jam around. Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, baby, boys, girls, children of all ages. If you think that you're having a bad week, just count your blessings. You're not the planner for the Olympics in Japan. He's having a really bad weekend. He'll be up all night.
What's going on? I'm out of the loop. I know
It's
the
just
Olympics are
not
now.
going
His
well.
tweets from 1998 came up, and they fired him for him.
Oh,
Yep.
well, shit. Up next is the last standing song, Big Rig Nick Utam.
I hope the Olympians love their sexless beds that Japan has given them to sleep in.
Well, it's the Japanese way, man. Open heart, sexless bed. And finally, American Ramrod Kendo Slice.
That is why I'm not going to Japan.
That's why you're not going back. We should play a game on tonight's show, guys. Why isn't Joel going back to Japan?
The warrant says he can't leave the country.
Yeah.
Because if they see him on the airplane manifest, he'll get arrested as soon as he lands.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Joel's
he's
known
not
as a
allowed
kaiju
in.
over there.
Yeah. They really look down upon it whenever you're putting your own underwear in those panty vending machines.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah,
Anyway.
nobody wants streaked tidy whities. Okay, it doesn't. No, nobody wants that.
No Joel fries?
Nope.
No.
Dion, were you not blown away the other day when I sent that picture of that actor's name and it was Joel Fry?
Yes, that was hilarious.
I just thought of you guys and I was like, about time.
That's a Joel Fry.
That's a Joel Fry. Folks, if you want to know what a Joel Fry is, well, you don't. So we are officially back. Back from where? Back from Loudy's wedding. We had been talking about it for months and months and months, and it happened. It was great. It was everything we could have wanted it to be. We got to hang out with the bullshitters, obviously. Etep Wakuian from the Place to Be Reviews was there. Jesse Milestone from Milestone Entertainment. We had a great time. So, guys, starting with you, Nick, something memorable from Loudy's wedding.
The fact that we could do karaoke in Dion's room as loud as we could and nobody was called was ridiculously amazing. Because had there been any other hotel at any other time, they would have kicked us out immediately.
We almost got kicked out of the one in Chicago for just playing a very rousing game of $1 Million Butt, but you know.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
What about you, Kendo?
Most memorable time about Loudy's wedding. I mean, the reception was held in a really cool place, so there was that. I don't know. I guess whenever we just kind of hung out the one afternoon when it was raining, we walked to the liquor store and came back and just kind of hung out and we're having fun. We watched a movie that was awful, but we had fun.
Well, I was off buying shit in Michigan, so I was not there for that part. Dion, what about you?
What about me?
What about Raisin in the sun?
Yeah. No, man, I had a great time, man. It was a good time. Hanging out with the Place to Be was fucking fun as hell. Seeing my boys, my bullshitters as I haven't seen you guys in purple. I haven't seen you in purple, but I also hadn't seen you in person since 2019. It was well needed, and it was fun, and we did have fun at Loudy's wedding. I think the Predator pictures are probably my favorite part because
That's pretty memorable.
Folks, if you know what we're talking about, then
was memorable.
Folks, if you know what we're talking about, you probably
was showing up and Phil yelling at the guy behind the desk because he reserved the wrong hotel.
That was hilarious.
Oh, I didn't get to see that. I entirely missed that whole thing. God.
Dude, my favorite moment doesn't involve any of us. We're all sitting at our tables, tired from dancing or drinking or whatever the hell we were doing, and all of a sudden that shitty song, "Man, I Feel Like a Woman," comes on from Shania Twain, and it goes, "Come on, girl!" And Jesse bolts up and goes, "Okay," and walks to the dance floor, and then Hillary stands up, picks up her drink, chugs it down, slams it on the fucking table, and goes, "Woo!" And they go out there and they dance to that whole song.
Wait, no. They country line dance to that song. Let's be honest.
Yes, it was amazing.
Okay. Also, another funny thing is that Hillary, Dion's wife, and Etep's wife, both for some reason, like I love the conversation. They're like, "What? Wait, hold on. You're in Michigan? I'm in Michigan too. We should become Facebook friends." And like immediately, like they were friends.
Yep. They did the most stereotypical Midwest white woman thing ever, and just immediately like, "Oh my god, you're on Facebook. We should be friends." I sent you when I saw it. I just accepted it, girl.
Dude, and that. And that, mind you, that was Thursday afternoon in the rooftop bar when that happened.
Yep.
That was great.
It was fun. It was funny as shit.
It was so funny.
She was great.
So I don't know how to say it. It was amazing to see everybody, but it's like we didn't miss a beat. So after that initial like, "Hey guys, what's up?" It was kind of like we were off to the races, and it was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Now,
That
folks,
first drink with everyone was funny. That first dinner was awesome.
dude, that steak was awesome.
Delish.
Yeah, I did put out the video of us at dinner on our Instagram on our story. So once again, anybody who's following that will be able to watch it, and then it'll be gone after 24 hours. So.
Now, Nick, you filmed some stuff over the weekend, correct? Like our karaoke and all this other shit we did?
Yeah. I am cutting it together, putting it on Instagram. If you want, I can put it on our Patreon as well, just to make sure it stays there.
Spice it up.
Yeah, I think we should put it on there.
Yeah, because the things I'm putting on Instagram are like, once again, like they're guideline friendly. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see.
Told her that karaoke thing was going to be a hit.
Dude, it was awesome. We were so gone.
Yeah, once we got the internet situation worked out and everything else, and yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, folks, cheap plug. Check that out on Patreon. And and I'm gonna have Nick. We're gonna cut together a one of those trailers for the YouTube membership program because people keep asking us to go on there. We'll be putting that on there too, so you guys can get bonus content with us. And that's where we're gonna be filming a bunch of stuff from Horror Hound as well and putting that up there. And you'll probably be able to watch partial video of some of the Stealing Solo audiobook recording on those platforms as well. So if that's something you're excited about, just be on the lookout for it. So guys, now that the big social event of this season has come and gone, we have one more to look forward to this year, at least for WCBS official business, and that is Horror Hound. We're less than 2 months away, so I'll be right back here in Cincinnati with you guys. We will be live at the Sharonville Convention Center, September, 9th, 10th, and 11th, I believe is that weekend. And you guys can come out, hang out, meet us, drink with us, hang out. Fans, listeners, everybody comes over to these conventions, and we have a great time. Tim Riggs got shit-faced with us, and we walked around downtown.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Bar hop. So, super fan Adam Shawhan's coming out.
After we got thrown out of the hotel.
They did kick us out of that fucking hotel. I have never been. Never mind. That is the same. I'm not that mad because that is the same hotel that we prank called Candyman from. So,
yeah, that's true. But yeah, the dates for Horror Hound are September 10th through the 12th.
Okay.
So anybody who wants to come out and see us, we'll be there. So yeah, we got a table and everything. We're good to go.
Yeah, we'll
hashtag never forget.
Now, if you backed the comic, folks, you can come and get it signed, and I think I might bring a couple extras to Horror Hound. Yeah, I'll bring a couple extras. You guys can pick those up in person too. So those are done and ready. I've seen them; they're perfect. I've been showing them around. I showed you guys the pictures, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, when we got to the Airbnb on Sunday, she's like, "You got these packages," and I was like, "Oh yeah, finally!" And I was like, "Everybody sit down." So I made her and Jesse sit down with me, and we went through them. So I was really excited. I would show them, but I am not at home right now, or not even at the Airbnb. I'm at Phil's in an office, so it's actually a really nice setup here.
But is everything good with the books? Everything all right?
Oh, they were perfect. Dude, this place, this is my second time working with them. They're meticulous. They're like, sir, can you move it over a scotch? And a scotch is just like one button click, but then I move it one button click and re-upload it, and then it came out perfect. Like the High Council cover, the one with that I drew, that was the one that had the most, not really editing. It just was like it required the most fixing from the print process, but
Gotcha.
it was perfect. So I'm beyond happy. So, folks, I will be doing live streams and all kinds of fun stuff with that to promote the book again and to get people excited for the trading cards. Those anti-SJW trading cards are in production now. So, guys, we have a ton of shit to talk about. You guys ready to start?
Ready, willing, and Gable.
Yep, man.
All right. Oh God, what a terrible tag team. Actually, they weren't terrible. Did you guys get a chance to see the new Dune trailer? And if so, what did you think?
It actually looked pretty interesting. It looked a lot better than what I thought it was going to look. I'll tell you that, man. I did not expect it to be interesting. I still think it's pretty silly. It's Dune. I think it's going to have a very similar release. It might be a better movie, but it's not going to make a bunch of money. So, but yeah, I think it was an interesting trailer. I'll give it that. It was pretty good.
Well, what say you guys? Nick, Kendo, did you guys watch the trailer? If so, what did you think?
I mean, I remember watching it, last year when it was supposed to come out, and it was fine. I still want to go see it. I'm not a big Dune fan. I never read the books. I've watched the old movie like once. That's about it. But this new one definitely looks more interesting and a little more polished. And I'll check it out.
Oh,
Yeah,
by
I
the
did
way,
not see the trailer.
Nor did I. I'm actually watching it currently because I sent you guys the show notes, and the first thing is Dune trailer, and I'm like, well, I fucking didn't even follow my own directions, so I have no one to blame but myself. Now, before
You had
we
one
dive
job, Jeff.
into
Just one job.
I know. I did it well, actually. By the way, before we jump into the Dune talk, what was our word? We discussed this briefly off air, guys. What was our word for today?
It was
dongle.
Dongle. Dongle is the word of the episode.
Okay, dongle. So yes, apparently YouTube doesn't like some of our words, but dongle is inappropriate enough to slip by. But if you forget the LE and dongle and just put dong again, I'm going to read your messages and laugh even just as hard. So anyway, the official word of the week is dongle. Have fun with that, folks. Movie titles, song titles, famous quotes. Just make us laugh. So, back to the Dune trailer, excuse me. Again, I have the same opinion of this. Cool. For the people that are into it, I am very happy that you're going to get your Dune movie. For people like me that have experienced the old Dune film from 1984 and read the Marvel comic adaptation, and that's it, didn't like what I had seen, I have no interest in this. What am I supposed to take away? Not very much, but I also have nothing negative to say. I just want everyone to enjoy this film. It looks visually interesting, but Denis Villeneuve, is that his name? Or if I butchered it, I apologize. But this is the same situation with Blade Runner 2049, where you had a lot of these hardcore science fiction fanatics who were like, this is the second coming, and it looks great, and it's this, and it's that. And the trailers looked awesome, but didn't Blade Runner 2049 fail to deliver
Not
the box
do well.
office they wanted?
It was well received, but yeah, it didn't make a bunch of money.
And then I think this is what we're going to have here. You're probably going to get some diehard sci-fi fans that swear by this film, that are like, man, it's so accurate to the source material. It's epic. It's this, it's that. Not trying to be negative Nancy here, but I don't think the climate is right for hard sci-fi. Now, if you go back and you look at where hard sci-fi thrives, it thrives on streaming. Black Mirror, the new Twilight Zone, even though bullshit, fits into that.
Yeah.
What is that? Altered Carbon.
Altered Carbon.
The other one, Love, Death, and Robots. Like all of these shows are, what I would consider a harder science fiction, and that is the digestible platform today, not a big epic like Dune. So I'm just guessing this doesn't do well because of those reasons.
Yeah, and that sucks because it looks like a lot of fun, and I enjoy some hard sci-fi here and there, but I don't know. I'm just not a Dune fan, and I don't think it's going to catch on with normies, and people are just going to looking at it and be like, what is this? So,
Well, Nick, I don't think if Dune couldn't catch on in 1984 when the climate for science fiction was much different as well as fantasy. I mean, look at some of the shit that not only got made in the 80s, but what was popular. It was a much more accepting time for crazy ideas. And I know Dune didn't do it right, apparently, and all that stuff, and based on other adaptations. But like, that was the time for something like this to thrive. We're kind of in this weird window where Dune, to some people's, a remake, a readaptation, this, that, and the other, but it's also not new and original. So I'll leave it at that for me.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to say? Oh, God, guys, the year 3535 has followed us to this podcast.
Oh,
So,
Jesus.
Dion, you're about to learn some shit tonight. I'm sorry. It's actually the most morbid episode of the High Council.
That joke went on for so long.
It was like in the year. Oh, dude, we should do it in the year 2000. Remember that from Conan O'Brien?
Yes.
We should do a button like that. In the year 3535. Wait, hold on. In the year 3535.
See, don't be
What's great is this
waiting for
microphone.
that. I was waiting for that.
This microphone is perfect for Buffalo Jeff, folks. So, Dion,
really
you better be prepared because I'm coming for you.
Ew.
Your soul is mine.
Oh, get away from me, rapey Shang Tsung.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I gotta let us cleanse the palate of Mortal Kombat. Hold on, what's a good Mortal Kombat button? Here we go.
That's the best Mortal Kombat button.
Hold on, let's really cleanse the palate.
Well, pardon my French, but I'll be damned.
Walker told me I
That was for you, Kendall.
Always fun.
Always fun is right. But yeah, so we're good on Dune. Let's move on, shall we? Or is there anything else you guys want to say about it?
No, I think we've Dune enough.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dion,
Dude,
get
I can't
out.
believe I have to press this button so fucking
Who
early.
are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
Oh,
You see what happens, Dion?
ugh. When I Dune a stranger in the ass. Jesus.
I just don't know how you're afraid of it, but okay.
I'm not afraid. I just don't like them. That's all.
Well, I mean, lucky for you, there were none in Fort Wayne, so you were fine.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
Didn't
folks,
have to scurry across the street in fear or anything, so it was okay.
the
I don't
universe.
scurry. I don't scurry. Calm down.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Look, Dion,
That
the
happened.
universe was working in your favor, sir, because folks, Loudy was supposed to have a horse-drawn carriage escort him away
I
from
forgot
his
about that.
wedding. But there was a shortage of horses in Fort Wayne, Indiana last weekend. So Dion was lucky. They were all away on business.
Oh yeah.
Wait, hold on. What was that the weekend? Same weekend as the Civil War reenactment? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Remember, Fort Wayne is in the north now.
I'm just saying, man. You know.
Yeah, they were a Union State.
Oh, God. It looks like Dongle was a popular choice, guys.
I'm glad people are, using
Look,
it correctly.
And then dongles
Leap's in the chat. I'm going to be hanging
Hey,
out with Leap.
Leap's there.
Yeah. Leap, we're going to go hang out at the Hofbrauhaus and drink some beer and eat a lot of German food. So expect drunken texts, guys.
God.
Dongle
From
bro.
Leap's phone. Oh, I'm going to take Leap's phone and I'm going to start texting people.
Just
Hail
start
Fud.
Do it.
just start tweeting. Just go live on his Twitter and see what happens.
I'm going to start tweeting like dongle pics. See if I
Dongle
can get them
pics.
canceled.
Oh man.
Ooh, I love this one from Seth Doherty. Live free or dongle hard. I don't know what that means. Oh, Dark Fate 2, Dion's dongle. Oh, Dion.
I think
Don't
I'm
you
more
want
excited
more?
for the release of Shingles dongle.
You could have more of her. Okay, no more of her. Fine, I get it. You've moved on. You know what?
101 dongles. That's a good one.
Dion, now I have good news and bad news.
Uh-oh.
There is a film that was so popular that caught on with audiences, it got a sequel based on popularity alone. The bad news, Dion, is that it's Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, and now there's a sequel coming.
Oh, come on.
We still need to do a drunk watch party for him on this fucking channel. I swear to God.
I'm down. Look, let me get back and get my office set up. I want to have if I have this set up in California, we can do streams.
We need to do this, and then there are 2 Bruce Willis space movies that are completely dog shit that we need to do as well. Also tomorrow, the
Beyond
Tomorrow War. No, one's called like Breach. The other one's called Cosmic Sin. Like they're fucking terrible. I watched both of them. I was like, where's Roger Corman? Like at least that shit was fun. Like this is just god awful to watch.
Unlike, dude, it sounds like you watched Space Jam 2.
Ew.
He wasn't there.
Even though Dion,
Contrary to what Dion believes, he wasn't there.
I'm pretty sure Nick was there. I don't know. I don't like this conspiracy.
He was not there.
No, Dion.
I can tell you who exactly was in the room. He was not one of them.
Dion missed me so much that he just like imagined I was next to him.
We were talking about it, bro.
I'm apparently he's Tyler Durden and I'm the imaginary friend.
Yeah, I mean, all right, narrator. So let's watch Army of the Dead 2 one of these, or Army of the Dongle one of these days, I guess.
That's a way different movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's yeah, the first
about broadband connections.
That would make sense. Yeah, the beginning is a fucking blatant copy of Zombieland, and he puts his Richard Cheese music in there from his remake of Dawn of the Dead. That's the beginning. The beginning is this entire slow motion song of shit going down and like how the zombie apocalypse came to be and who died and who survived and all the shit that went down. And then the story happened.
Kendo, serious question.
Yeah.
How big is Batista's dongle?
Huge.
Yeah, like you, Callie, dude, I have no interest in this either. I just wanted to share with Dion that Zack Snyder's getting more work because of the quality films he makes over at Netflix.
That's why he pushed out motherfucking Justice League, his version of the Justice League. This is the con. So he gets some ridiculous extensions on big budget movies.
Maybe
he gets paid a shit ton of money.
Maybe one day he'll be rewarded with an Academy Award Oscar, just like Tyler Perry was.
It wasn't for movies.
Rightly so.
No, he'll get a fucking Saturn Award. That's what he'll get.
Shoot, then him and Rian can play with both their Saturns.
Sure, why not? No, it's really horrible in Hollywood that apparently you keep failing up somehow. Like it just keeps happening.
Now, we thought, really bouncing off failing up, we thought that a failure of this magnitude would end a film franchise, especially with a terrible follow-up like Discovery and Lower Decks and all these garbage shows. But guys, great news. We mentioned this briefly on the High Council, but Dion, this is for you, bro. They're making Star Trek 4.
I heard. Hopefully it's much better than Beyond.
Yeah, I don't know if that's hard to do or easy to do. Fuck Star Trek Beyond, dude.
It was so bad.
I mean, Star Trek Beyond's not like dirt bad, but it's pretty. It's a blank slate movie. Like it is 100% a by the numbers fucking movie.
So bad.
The ending is what pisses me off.
No. What pisses me off is a ship riding a fucking space wave while they play the Beastie Boys song from the first movie. That's what pisses me off.
That's what pisses me off, man.
Spoil.
Like, yeah. Because I thank you for bringing that back, Kendo. I fucking missed that. But yeah, like I was in the theater watching that and I was like, oh, go fuck yourself. go do it. Oh man, I was, and even then the story of that movie and everything went down. None of it made fucking sense. Like, I don't know.
I mean, it was if a bad Star Trek episode becomes a movie. You know,
Yep.
it was all over the place. And again, that's what we get for having what's his name from fucking Fast and the Furious. You know, it should have been cool shit happens, and then there's a giant spaceship with a space battle, and you see the Enterprise. But of course, there's this obsession with destroying the Enterprise now. Everyone wants a shot at, can I make this destruction of the Enterprise? Can I make this one really emotional? It's like, just show Kirk saying cool shit, them outsmarting a dangerous bad guy, and the ship looking cool. Just give me that. I don't want old Federation ships. I don't want callbacks to other shit. I didn't mind the Beastie Boy. I fucking love Sabotage. But, having like this ridiculous amount of head nods to, hey, remember that thing that you liked from the 90s? That's a classic in this universe, and hammering that over and over again. But yeah, it's hopefully it's just they get back to being a Star Trek movie and stop trying to be Fast and Furious in space.
Dude, speaking of Fast and Furious, did you hear The Rock quit that shit?
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'll pull up that quote while you guys talk a little more about Star Trek.
Yeah, please do. I want to definitely hear that. But that's yeah, man. I mean, like the first Star Trek movie, the newer one was okay because like I used to be a fan, but I've fallen off, and I was like, okay, that's an okay movie. Part 2 was pretty fun as well, even though a lot of it didn't make sense. They were bringing Khan back or whatever. It was fine. But the third one really fucking shit the bed, though, man. Oh my god.
Dion, Star Trek Beyond or Dark Fate?
Easily Beyond. Jesus.
Wow.
Hey, Dion, Snyder's Justice League or Dark Fate?
Is he thinking?
Yeah, let it settle, motherfuckers.
He's still thinking.
Are you going to answer, Dion?
So give him some moment. Give him some time.
Fucking get out of here. How about that? That's my answer.
Oh, jeez.
Get out wasn't a choice.
It can be if you'd like.
Are we gonna have a show here, or are we just gonna harp on the things that Dion hates hour? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
That's what we're going to do.
That was
That's
actually
what we're gonna
perfect
do.
timing. That was perfect. I couldn't keep it straight after that one.
Oh, man. So, anything else you guys want to talk about Star Trek 4? Not the
We need Quentin Tarantino's goddamn Star Trek movie. He needs to say we need space fucking and orgies. We need blood and guts, and we need we need him to write. You need him to make somebody say the N-word like 11 times.
No, we don't need none of the N-word. We need a couple. Give me one fuck in Star Trek 4. Give me like a cool, like one of the main crew members are getting laid, and then give me a cool space
Quentin
battle
Tarantino.
We're right before
Star Wars 4.
They blow up the bad
Nubians
guys.
in
Kirk
space.
says something pretty cool.
I mean, I was just gonna say he needs to say Nubian 11 times. I don't know what you were thinking.
Yeah, Nubians in space. Jeff, what's a Nubian?
I don't know. So, yeah, Star Trek 4. That's it. That's all she wrote for me. I hated the third one. I regrettably own that trilogy on Blu-ray.
Oh damn!
That is the only Star Trek trilogy or series of films I actually own. I bought those for some fucking reason. But
yeah, I don't get that one, buddy. That's a question.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna rectify it, bro. I'm gonna get The Wrath of Khan, and I'm gonna get what is it? Voyage Home. Is that number 4?
Yes, but you're gonna miss The Search for Spock.
I don't like that one.
How do you not like The Search for Spock?
Whoa!
Because I watched it and it sucked.
Whoa! Sir, I
Hey,
need you to call what we call
which
the
one's the
business
Wrath of
fuck
Shaka
down.
Khan?
I feel for you, Kendo.
She's every woman,
Shaka Khan.
and Khan's every man.
Thanks, Vince. No, The Wrath of Khan's the best Star Trek movie, hands down, dude.
Agreed.
Like-
I'm not denying that. You're saying the obvious, but 3 is one of the best third movies and a sequel of all time in terms of movies.
I mean, it's not as good as Return of the Jedi or Goldfinger.
No, definitely
Lethal
not.
Weapon
But
3,
still
Last
really good.
Crusade.
No, yeah. Voyage Home. I remember seeing a lot of, and it was a ridiculously fun movie. It was a lot of fun, man.
Dude,
Double
Star
Domain
Trek. Star Trek 4, the Search for the Whales or whatever, is the best.
Star Trek 4, the Search for the Whales.
second
I
favorite
fucking
one.
love that, man.
That's the Voyage Home, yeah.
That is, dude, that's the last Star Trek movie where it was like Star Trek was still cool. It
Well,
really
there was a wonderful Star Trek: The Final Frontier where they search for God.
I've
Don't
seen
talk
that
about
one.
5. We don't talk about 5.
Rocky
man.
3. I mean, I'm still perplexed by this greatest third movie in a series of all time question here.
See, that's the other thing about you, Kendo, is you don't fucking listen. I didn't say greatest. I said
Yeah.
wrong. Thank you. I didn't say that. I didn't fucking say that. God damn, y'all are acting where the fucking boys are being pains in my ass at dinner. Now I got to deal with you three motherfuckers. I can't even have
There's always room for family.
No, you've been removed, Toretto. You've been removed. God damn.
You don't turn your back on family.
I can't even say a sentence now. What the fuck is going on? Why the fuck am I even on this show tonight?
You know what we're gonna talk about
I
next?
could be laying in the bed with a curvy white woman, but I'm out here dealing with these three motherfuckers.
Dion, it's 9 o'clock.
upset him that much.
Dion, it's 9 o'clock. The curvy white woman is snoring asleep right now.
You know what? Shut up. I'm gonna eat another edible because I'm falling asleep on this goddamn episode.
Wouldn't be the first
Damn
time.
right you are. Hey, you know what? Let's use this as a transitional
I
button.
don't have friends. I got family.
doesn't matter. Oh no. No, John Cena, are you crying?
That's so good. Holy
Guys.
shit. I don't have friends. It doesn't matter.
1 minute you're ready to walk out on this show and quit, and now you're like, "This is the greatest
See,
shit since
that's
sliced
how
bread."
quickly that's how good you know me. You know how to get me back in the game, baby.
I was ready to leave, but you're pulling me back in.
Oh, I always go.
Yeah.
I don't have friends. It doesn't matter.
Well, we're world class, baby.
Oh,
Now,
Yeah.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson confirms not being part of Fast and Furious 10 and 11. This news came out today. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has confirmed that he won't be part of any more Fast and Furious movies.
Oh damn it! Can we at least get 2 more Hobbs and Shaw? Can we do that?
Now, this is the quote.
Couldn't he just
I
come
had
out and
seen-
say there will be no more Fast and Furious movies just in general?
I'm ready for them to end. I didn't see part 9, and I never will. Thank you, John Cena. You just kowtowed to the wrong country. So this was the quote that I'm getting from The Rock. I laughed, and I laughed hard. I laughed at everyone, and I'll leave it at that. And I wished them well. I wish them well on Fast 9, and I wish them the best of luck on Fast 10 and Fast 11, and the rest of the Fast and Furious movies they do that will be without me. So they're talking about Vin Diesel and The Rock had this feud. I was always in the weird camp of The Rock is my favorite, but the Fast and the Furious is Vin Diesel and Paul Walker, and The Rock did not really fit. I always felt like he was that too big of a star, and so giving him Hobbs and Shaw was that perfect compromise. How do you guys think about that? Did you think The Rock was a good fit for the Fast and Furious movies?
he was like he would have been a good one-off villain, but Fast 5, he was all right. The other ones were just kind of bullshit. Fucking kids. Hobbs and Shaw I think should have been his like little Lethal Weapon slide off type deal.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the next ones it was definitely not. He was definitely weird. It's like having Arnold Schwarzenegger, like randomly having Arnold Schwarzenegger in fucking Beverly Hills Cop or something. Like it doesn't fit well.
Or Terminator 5.
That should have been the
Whichever one
case.
Dark Fate was.
That should have been the case.
Just randomly
Dude,
shows up
Terminator's
like, why
bad.
is he here?
He was in that fucking
Just-
college film study of a fucking movie.
Oh God, just the timeline travel stuff doesn't. I'm not even gonna go into it. Never mind.
I used to be a Terminator. Then I completed my mission. Now I'm just a regular guy.
With a
It's
wife
like, oh,
and
that's how it
kid.
works.
I can make
It's not my
dick
kid.
hard.
I don't have a ding. I don't have a dongle.
Well, look, the Fast and the Furious, they did it well. They replaced The Rock with John Cena, just like the WWE. They replaced The Rock with John Cena, and look where they are now.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Folks, if you watch wrestling, you understand what that means. If you don't, put it like this. When The Rock was the guy, wrestling was actually mainstream, popular, cool. Kids liked it, adults liked it, everybody liked it. It was on talk shows, movies. Everybody wanted to be a part of it. When John Cena was on top, John Cena was teaming up with the Flintstones and
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles and all of this shit. Like, that's why here in this clip,
It doesn't matter.
The Rock is yelling at this little kid because John Cena was the infantilization of wrestling again. It's like, hey, you guys want to go back to 1986 Hulk Hogan era? Not really. It's 2006. That's okay. We're going back anyway. We're gonna fight the Russians too. It's like, what? I mean, John Cena. Well,
They literally had that with Rusev, dude.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
how crazy what the plan is. That they came
they
back with a fucking
recreated Rocky 4.
Yeah,
Or tried
to. It's just so funny that for the fans that remember when it was cool, there was a blip where The Rock was the quote unquote corporate champion, and we got to see that future in real life with John Cena. He was the corporate champion. It was fucking crazy. It was so weird.
Dude, Corporate Champ Rock was awesome because you had this fucking years-long build of him as this heel, and he finally loses to Triple H, and the IC belt goes back to DX, and The Rock fucking breaks up with the Nation, and he's on this face run, and you're like, yes, he's gonna do it. He goes through Deadly Games tournament, and he sells out at the last minute. That's like that's one of the greatest heel turn twists of the Attitude Era. Probably the best of the Attitude Era, because the Austin turn is a bigger deal, but it doesn't do anything. The Rock's heel turn at Survivor Series 99.
Yes.
Yeah. He becomes a household name by the end of it.
Yep. And Stone Cold's was it's just funny how that works out, that he comes out, becomes a corporate champion, but he's still a cool bad guy. So he's not ever really that guy. And then when they do it with Austin, it doesn't work because he's not he's not that cool. And then years later, John Cena becomes the corporate champion. If you ever have a corporation saying, isn't this guy cool, kids? Isn't he who you want to be, kids? That became John Cena. It's just so funny that when The Rock became corporate champion, he was still actually cool because he was corporate champion, but he was busting dudes in the head 11 times with a fucking chair. When fucking
that was
John
one guy, poor Mick
champion,
Foley.
Yeah, when John Cena's corporate champion, he's actually, he's doing the Make-A-Wish thing, and he's got the John Deere, and literally is all logoed out as a fucking corporate champion. It's just funny how wrestling works sometimes. They foretold their own future, and that's when they became uncool.
Yeah, I love how John Cena has also become the male Milan Jovovich of movies now, because it seems like every movie he's in, he kills the franchise, or at least once he's in it, the franchise doesn't start. So,
hey, I'm still holding out hope for Suicide Squad too. But yeah, John Cena.
Dude, I'm gonna be.
We'll see.
He's
for
if
that.
your mom and dad could build a movie star. That's who John Cena.
Dude, the Suicide Squad. After today, I am more concerned because I'll bring this up later when we talk about Space Jam 2, The New Legacy, or whatever the fuck it's called, but. Every HBO Max theatrical release that I've watched, and no, I did not watch The Conjuring, but I watched every other one, I believe. They've kind of sucked. Like all the big genre pictures, I did not like. Wonder Woman 84 sucked. The Snyder Cut was the same movie as the other Justice League, so it's not magically any better. Still the same score. We gave it, 5 out of 10 right down the middle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Godzilla. Fine. I preferred Godzilla 2014. I liked Kong Skull Island more. And then Mortal Kombat blew off Big Fat One. That movie fucking sucks. Like, I actually wrote 5 or 10-page review of that movie. I should just still fucking make the video. I hated Mortal Kombat with a passion. I'm sorry, I'm not going to go on that rant. It was fun, but we'll save it for later.
I mean, no, it's funny. You know, don't get me wrong. I do think that Godzilla vs Kong I thought it was really good. But other than that, all the other big tentpole films this year have not been good, man. You know, it's just so funny. You know, for people who are huge fans of entertainment from the 90s, the 80s, and even parts of the early 2000s, like the focus was to be cool and then make money off of being cool. But now we're in this super weird era where everything is like corporately, like by the numbers. It's in this genre. This genre has check, check, check. And here's the list of things to do. And it comes off so fucking disingenuous. And if your mom and dad made a movie, and it's just so strange that you have franchises like Mortal Kombat that was cool when it was bloody and gory, and then it got mom and dadified. It's just so fucking crazy.
Dion, we live in a world where the Mortal Kombat movie without blood is better than the Mortal Kombat movie with blood.
Yeah. That's insane.
God,
and the people who make it are so certain it's going to become, you know, a classic and be talked about. Like, no one's going to talk about that more. People are going to forget that they made one in 2021 or released one in 2021. You know, it's just this undeserved hype that is manufactured hype too. You know, you've got people who play Mortal Kombat characters who don't realize that some of the characters that they're talking about trying to sound, you know, cool and progressive aren't even in fucking Mortal Kombat. That's insane. You had a lead guy for Mortal Kombat call Raiden Japanese. Like, that's where we are with tentpole films. They're in them and they don't know shit about them. That's insane. I can't imagine in the 80s them making a Wrath of Khan movie and them saying that, you know, Khan was like a mist or something. Like, people be like, yo, what the fuck? That's just crazy to me. The motherfucker thought that Raiden was from Japan. That's hilariously stupid. And he said it out loud on purpose.
Yeah.
By the way, could somebody make us a poster like Ninja Lawyer Steve? We know you're out there. What was the movie title that I would love to see a poster? Save the Last Dongle. Could somebody make a Save the Last Dongle poster?
Save the Last Dongle. Oh my god. What was it, Jeff? I watched the Conjuring movie in theaters, and like the first two were great. They were fun. They were fun. They were compelling. They, you know, they had a few scares here and there. The story was really awesome. This one fell short a little bit.
I watched the first 10 minutes just out of curiosity, and I thought, well, I've never seen the other two, so I'm going to turn it off.
Well, like they blatantly do a shot of The Exorcist, like, you know, the one of the poster in that movie, and I was like, oh, get fucked. As soon as I saw that shot, I was like, I know what you're trying to do, and it's really fucking obvious, and just go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. But The Conjuring was okay. Like, the director they got for the first two wasn't doing the third one, and it shows. And it's just not the same.
We're just in the copy homework universe of movies now. Like, yeah, copy my homework, but don't make it look like you copied my homework.
Oh my god, I fucking love that so much.
Yeah, man, it's insane.
That hits an nail right in the fucking head. I love it.
Now, guys,
dude, where's my dongle?
Look down, bro. Let's check in with the audience, and then we'll talk about this Mark Hamill topic that's actually pretty cool.
Shit, yeah, we got to get paid.
And on that note, we cue the music.
Matt. 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 Meow.
All right. So, folks, we are back, and we have our first super chat of the evening from our friend Infinite Wonder. Thank you very much. He says, did you hear 40K pulled a Disney Star Wars and decided that no more fan animations would be allowed? Arch has a video on it if you have any time. I have not heard this, and I'm definitely going to check out
about that last week. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's their justification? Because I need to hear it.
I just saw that someone had posted it on one of the websites I frequent. I think it was on Reddit, and I didn't see why they did it, but yeah, it's just they decide due to, you know, they just don't want fans making really cool but like gory shit.
Yeah, here we go, right here. I got the video pulled up. I'll look at it. Wow, there's a huge ad for Warhammer on Arch's channel. Why am I not surprised? It's perfect crossover. It's like I remember when I used to get all those Star Wars ads on my toy videos.
Yep.
Yep.
I gotta watch this video for a little more information, but I love the way George Lucas used to do it. As long as if you're making fan products and you're not making money off of it, what's the point? What's the problem?
Yeah, that's how he was, and I think it was a great way to have people embrace the the story and everything he had made through Star Wars, because I mean then they can make their own thing and they can like read the EU and make their own stuff, and it perpetuates the brand further. Unlike I think it was Star Trek, where Gene Roddenberry, whoever it was, just didn't want anybody to copy anything ever, and if you did, they would fucking sue you.
Now, I can understand, trying to keep a brand on brand. Sorry for the redundancy, but like, what damage has this caused? Because this is a thing that fans have been doing for years, and clearly Warhammer 40K has had a huge following and a huge surge in popularity over the last few years. So what decision could they give that you guys would buy? I think it's just more for control and bullshit like that. Because, it's copyright. What does that? I understand what copyright means, but when you use that justification of copyright, well, what about fair use and all the other things that said creators could have been using?
It's a weird stance to take, especially with one of the reasons it stayed so popular was because of the fan-driven loyalty to it. And it's just a weird, like, I understand that you want it to be super popular, right? I understand that. But to cut out the legs underneath the people who kept it that way, it's just bad optics, especially with, if the plan to have a movie or something is your reason, or to better safeguard the property itself, I can understand that. But so many people are kept aware of what's going on because of fan-made videos and fan-made art and fan-made tweaks of the models and all that shit. So it's just it's just really bad optics, and it sends a really dumb message, especially if you want to take that next step. Because if you take that next step and you've cut out your little fan base, people who don't know are going to ask the loyal fans. They're going to be like, yeah, it was cool, but they stopped wanting fans to do their own thing with it. So it's going to become corporate. That's bad word of mouth from the jump. So yeah, I wouldn't have gone with that.
Cesaro Japan, thank you very much.
RVD, Rob Van Dam.
Pick a hand, motherfucker.
Oh, really? We're playing that game. All right. Just bring it. That is a pretty cool game. Do you know that one, Nick?
No, I don't.
Tell him, Dion.
It was a wrestling game. It was SmackDown. Just Bring It. Rock was on the cover. It was fucking awesome. It's one of the best WWE games. I mean, it's miles ahead of W2K20. I'll tell you that shit right now.
No, I meant RVD's pick a hand game, where he would walk up to somebody that pissed him off and he says, pick a hand, and he'd smack you with it.
Yeah. So it was, RVD is a cool metal dude, a legit martial artist, right? And I guess he's only done it officially twice, but one was with Taz. Dude was trying to be a backstage tough guy, and he was talking so much shit. At one point, Rob just said, fuck this. And he walked up to me. He goes, Taz, I want you to pick a hand. Pick for what? Because you're picking the hand I'm going to smack you with it. And he was prepared to beat a motherfucker's ass. And he almost gave Vince McMahon a pick a hand choice. And and he was 100% serious of being like, once you pick this hand, we're fucking fighting, and it's the first motherfucking hand I'm going to hit you with.
He should have.
For sure.
So let's see. Where were we at? Joseph Bienwich, thank you very much. He says, hail WCBS. Hi, Dion. Did you get the Dude Ranch trip?
Did not.
Do you remember the show, Hey Dude?
Nope.
I have it. I have it all on DVD.
I'm glad somebody here knows culture. There we go. We'll just put that on screen. Thank you, Venom. Wolf's Pain says, I don't know about you, Jeff, but I don't like Batman's race swapped sloppy seconds. Yes, this is a jab at the terrible Killing Joke movie. Well, we're gonna be. I don't like any comic book race swapping. I know people are like, well, any of them. Like, characters are established the way they are in a visual medium, and I feel like if you're gonna spend the millions of dollars to buy the rights to adapt them and then reap billions of dollars possibly, then you kind of owe it to the audience to at least make it look like the shit they like. So that's where I come from with the race swap stuff. I don't even get into the political angle. I can jump at it from why would you change it? So that's where I come from. And that Killing Joke movie, I saw that in theaters and I kind of regret it. So did you guys see it in theaters or did you watch it at all? And if so, do you regret it?
No,
Yeah, I mean, I watched it. Overall, it was fun. I just hated the random Batgirl story in the beginning. That was so fucking weird.
Yeah, I got it out of the
recently watched
$5
it.
DVD bin. It was okay.
Yeah, I mean, I did buy it, but you know, like I rewatched it this past 4th of July weekend. But yeah, just that it was just like from that point of view, it's like it's adding shit that doesn't add to the story, and it detracts from people watching it, and that's what I didn't like about it. It was just so many dumb decisions for the Killing Joke.
Dion, did you get your annual Independence Day viewing in this year?
Hell yeah, sure did. Welcome to Earth.
Same here.
But have
I
you
may
seen?
or may not have fallen asleep.
But have you seen part 2?
Hell
No.
You're lucky.
I mean, it's not lucky if you can avoid a dumpster fire. I just knew it was a piece of shit, so I just didn't watch it.
So bad. So bad.
How much that movie lose?
I don't know. Look it up.
You remember? Well, I mean, you remember Brett Spiner's character, right? Like he dies in that movie, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said he was in a coma.
Yes, he was in a coma. Like he shows up in a bed, he's just like got he got like tubes and shit around him and everything like that. He's just been in a coma for 20 years, and then like they get some mysterious signal from the fucking aliens that they're coming back, and like he wakes up, and Bill Pullman, the ex-president from 20 fucking years ago, as well, goes gets up and starts having these visions and going crazy and nearly shits himself in front of them during the new State of the Union in like 2083 or whatever the hell it is. Like it's retarded. It's so bad.
Sorry, I was laughing at the chat. Look at the screen and understand why. SH Rebels 08. Sorry, I am way out of order with these. Let's go back to the Oscar-nominated a-hole. Says, fun fact, my favorite WCBS episodes are y'all reading through My Immortal. It's so good that it's a meme in my family. We quote those videos daily. I've watched them 5 times through. I'm weird. Oh, that's awesome.
Episode number 66, 97, and 99.
Oh, damn.
I mean, Kendo, how long were you on the latter 2 episodes, correct?
No, just the third one.
Just the third one. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to do an official WCBS rereading.
I mean, I'm always down to do that.
100%. Right?
We'll all get shit-faced and do it in person.
Deal. I missed those, so yeah, let's do them.
I think it's cool, though, that you're watching it a bunch. I don't find it weird at all. I find the story weird, and I'm a little embarrassed that I've read it for thousands and thousands of people. But hey, I'm happy that we're a meme in your family
and listen to it. So it's totally normal. Totally normal.
I don't think I've gone back and listened to an old episode of the show since we were on like episode 4 or 5. Because I used to like listen to them back as they went to YouTube, and I was like, "Oh wait, did I make mistakes?" And I'm like, "Why would I listen to a show after it's live?" But whatever, it's neither here nor there. But I should go back. If you guys have any recommendations of old episodes of ours that we should go back and listen to and review, we'll do that. Kendo, how's
Steve
that
Harvey. Okay, yeah, we could do that. Like we can review the Steve Harvey episode that everyone thinks is so fucking good.
We tried to listen to that on the way back from New Orleans. It's not a good show. I should just go back.
I was still laughing my ass off. Hey, Steve.
That's why Buffalo Jeff lives, despite Steve Harvey.
That works.
SH Rebels 08, thank you very much.
I'll make some special pancakes for you, Dion and Mary.
Dude.
You don't like pancakes made with baby batter, Dion?
Is it pig's pussy pork?
Yes. So you
Haven't
do
heard that
like
in a
baby
while.
batter pancakes?
Alexa,
What now?
Alexa, play Despacito. I don't know. Klaus Dork says, "Hey, WCBS
Alexa,
crew, I'm currently watching Family
volume
Matters,
4.
and when a teachable moment comes on, music plays. Which TV show taught the best life lessons?" I like this question. Let's take a moment and talk about this one, and then we'll jump back to the main show. Life lessons. Some of them weren't like Mr. Rogers had decent shit. I know it's like very saccharine by today's standards, but some of it's kind of like, that was a good thing to be taught, a life lesson. Nothing from Full House taught me any life lessons.
Fresh Prince was good with those.
Yep.
Yeah. That was just a great show overall.
Yeah.
You're right.
While Katarn says, might I recommend you live stream with the listener name Up the S Franklin? I love Up the S Franklin. He's one of my all-time favorite listeners.
Oh God.
Yeah, he hasn't been around for a while.
No, I think I'm supposed to hang out with him at Kings Island soon. Now, Franklin was in no way related to the cartoon Little Bill, correct?
Right.
Correct.
I'm a little old for those shows, but I was just checking. But trying to think of the life lessons. The Family Matters had a couple decent ones about racism. Do you remember the one where I think it was Eddie or Lisa?
Spots, yeah.
Laura. Shit. What was her? Yeah, why'd I call her Lisa?
Yeah.
Lisa Winslow. What a shitty. That's the lost Winslow. Dude, I'm pretty sure the chick who played Judy Winslow went upstairs, never came back down on the show, but ended up doing porn in real life.
Yes. That was
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I love how Klaus Dork has like a genuine, earnest question that we start out answering honestly, and then we're like, "Yeah, Judy Winslow did porn." And it's like, "Yeah, man, that's a life lesson."
right. Stay too long upstairs, you'll end up being a porn star.
I thought you would have learned that life lesson from Dana Plato.
Oh, God.
I know. Dude, that one was sad. Like, look, any of these kid show ones are sad, but I mean, the Different Strokes people all just life shit on them hard.
Well, also, what was it? Maitland Ward from Boy Meets World. Yep.
Kendo, you taught me
to be
all about
fair.
your secondary career.
Yeah, to be fair, Maitland Ward didn't really get into the hardcore interracial gangbangs until she was in her 40s.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
She was can't really go and say she had a rough childhood, and that's what caused her adult life to be crazy. No, her adult life was going absolutely nowhere. And in an effort to continue to stay relevant and have some kind of fame, she started posing very provocatively in outfits and things like that. And then I learned from the podcast before I was on it that she had pictures of her in like body paint. And then so that's how I remembered and found out who the hell Maitland Ward is. And then she just escalated from provocative pictures to nude modeling to bypassing the regular porno career and going straight into the middle age. My career is going on the downside. I need to do something, and into the interracial gangbangs.
Yeah, that is definitely like when they move to that stage, you're like, all right, Lisa Ann, you got like 68 weeks left to work.
68 weeks.
Chick from Wifey's World, you are like 10 years past your prime.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Wifey's World. Holy shit, I forgot about that. Oh my God.
Most people did. That's why she.
Yep.
Never mind. Why are we talking about
Oh
this?
God, damn it.
This is for after hours, folks. Join our Patreon for a buck a month.
That's right.
I mean, that is, and that's in no way like any type of like insensitive or weird statement. That's how you can track the career arc of many porno stars.
That's 100% fucking true.
Divide, that's when you can be like, all right, yeah, they're clearly not getting any work right now.
That is 100% fucking true.
I highly doubt a porn star union is going to file a grievance against our show for generalizing. It's like, look, you're in an industry where people drink pee. I'm not going to take your feelings into account right now.
Yeah, you're willingly doing that for money. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I was just trying to keep from being canceled.
Interracial gangbangs are the bread and butter of gangbangs. You guys,
I'm sorry, but if the cocksucker union comes after us, okay, whatever.
Well, guys, that was the first hour of the show. What a great way to ring in that hour mark. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, folks, thank you. We will be back to reading the messages in a moment. By the way, we have about 500 people watching, but we only have 215 likes. Do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button to let us know that you like the live streams, and keep commenting. The night of the word is dongle. Do your worst. Now, Dion, when you think of Mark Hamill, what role do you think of?
Clearly his cop character in The Guyver.
That is why we're best friends. Now, Nick, what Mark Hamill role first springs to mind?
Let's see. There was a movie he did a few years ago called Brigsby Bear, where he was a dad who had kidnapped this kid and then taken and then made it seem like, they were like the world had ended and the oxygen was bad and he couldn't go outside. So after a while he got arrested, and that kid went out into the world, whatever. But yeah, it's a very, very strange movie, but also a really funny one, because he creates this whole this Sesame Street type cartoon for his kid, and there's 127 episodes of it. He just makes in his house, and the kid watches every day. It's a crazy movie.
Just check it out. Kendo, favorite Mark Hamill role?
I was gonna say he would have to be on the animated Batman the Animated Series as the Joker.
Oh, there you go. Obviously,
but
I'm going to say
for first movie that comes to mind would be him as an American soldier in The Big Red One with Lee Marvin.
Ooh, I have never seen that film.
It's a good one.
But now, everyone here on this channel, at least listening wise, Mark Hamill, Star Wars, it's synonymous. But did you know that Mark Hamill actually has some secret cameos in Star Wars movies that we didn't know about?
Does he play Cockknocker?
Well, when we talk about our favorite,
that would be an amazing Star Wars. That would be an amazing Star Wars cameo, is if he's just in the background in this Cockknocker outfit.
Hey kids, it's Mark Hamill. Applause. So everyone knows Mark Hamill is the once and future Luke Skywalker, but the actor revealed today on Twitter that he's played a secret role in every Star Wars movie since 2015. More specifically, Hamill revealed that he's done secret voice cameos for every Star Wars movie since 2015, so that means his voice can be found somewhere in The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker, Rogue One, and Solo. Now, this comes from Mark Hamill's Twitter today. He goes, "Did you know I voiced multiple secret voice cameos in every Star Wars movie? Did you know that he was EV-99 in The Mandalorian?" So now Wikipedia has a goal to track down all the secret cameos for Mark Hamill. Now, this
good for them, I guess. I don't know.
This isn't the first time that Mark Hamill's done Star Wars voiceovers. Like, if you watch The Empire Strikes Back, the guy that goes, "The first transport is away." In the modern release, that's a Mark Hamill dubbing.
Oh,
so, yeah, I don't know who did the original one, but see, now, real quick, odd conversation to have. Everyone says, "Oh, I want the original cut of Star Wars." Nobody knows what the original cut is, because if you watch the video release, you might have Mark Hamill's voice. You might also have the 70mm release with the other voice. So, roundabout way, folks, I don't know why I'm bringing it up, but find your own cut of Star Wars. What do you... Now, do you think enough people are going to be duped into going back and watching these movies to look for the cameos, or are they going to be like me and just wait for someone else to do the work online?
They're waiting for someone else to do the work.
Yeah, because that's a lot of work.
Yeah, the majority of us are just going to wait for somebody else to do all the hard work. Maybe 10% of the population will be like, "Oh, I have to be the first one to discover it so I can have my 15 minutes of internet fame," which will actually only be 5.
Or 1, but whatever. Yeah, that's a lot of all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah, I've done voiceovers and all these things. You have to go find them now." It's like, no, Mark, we don't care anymore. We're done with Star Wars. Stop it.
I have to say, though, it is pretty cool because he uses his brother's names as his pseudonym. So when you watch the movies, if you look for an actor named William M. Patrick, that's Mark Hamill, because his older brother is William, his younger brother is Patrick, and M stands for him. So there you go. Cool little Easter egg. Mark Hamill's in all these other Star Wars movies. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, but that's my Kendo pretty much like mirrored my level of enthusiasm. Great, yeah, that's awesome. Like, good for Mark.
Now he's gonna play Geode in the next Star Wars film. So get
Damn it. No, awesome. I want your voice to be Geo, Jeff. That's what I want.
Guys, I already got a role.
Yeah. I'd watch that.
Oh God, yeah. This
Jeff
like,
Jammeram.
Yeah, I think I kind of saw this headline and I was just kind of like, okay. I mean, that's good for you, Mark. I'm glad you can just walk onto Skywalker Ranch or this way Lucasfilm and on Disney and just get do what you want and then leave. That's cool, man.
Ram Jam Jamboree. That's what we're gonna call our fucking festival. That's our third music album.
Ram Jam
Party
Jamboree.
Boob. What do we call the other one?
I
forgot. Don't recall.
Anyway, Party Boob's happening. So let's start talking about something that popped up today in the news. Batgirl. Now, not Batwoman, starring... Who plays her anymore? It's not Ruby Rose, right?
If Etip was here, he could tell me all about it.
It's Zendaya. Well, you know what? The new chick playing... Look, the chick playing Batgirl looks more like Zendaya than she does Barbara Gordon.
Javicia Leslie is the new Batwoman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So let's look at a picture of the new Batgirl, because people joke. I joke. I don't really take the redheaded erasure thing as seriously as most people do. I'm like, all right, yeah, there's a trend. It's a thing. It kind of happened again. Now, I remember Barbara Gordon also wearing a wig on the Batman TV show from the 60s, so maybe she's going to wear a wig. She's not going to wear a wig. Come on. This is the new Batgirl. Obviously, this is a strong casting choice that no one ever. But what do you guys think? You think this is going to piss off enough people?
Well, she's supposed to be Barbara Gordon.
I mean, it looks a lot like what look like.
Because she's supposed to be Barbara Gordon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this comes from Deadline. It says, after testing actresses this week, Warner Brothers and DC Films have found their Batgirl. Sources tell Deadline Leslie Grace has been tapped to play Barbara Gordon in the studio's Batgirl.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of just randomly race swapping, because it's a visual character. It's, she has bright red hair as part of her character. That's part of the design. So just randomly swapping it. I mean, it goes without saying, yeah, I guess it could be good, but it's like, it's just another flavor of the month decision. You're not making it to make the character better. You're doing it because, this will get us kind of popular with this demographic. It's race swapped. They'll have a higher chance of seeing it. And it's just the disingenuous nature of the change that I don't like.
I don't see this one going well.
Nope.
But this is so is she going to replace the girl in season 3, or is it a movie that's coming out?
This is for the movie. So
for the movie.
Oh God.
Here we go. Nick, thank you for asking that question, because you've proven the point I've been trying to make for months. They're going to confuse people. Batgirl, Batwoman. Who's this one? Who's that one? Who's
because it's one of those things where it's like they've already done it with Batwoman, and I'm just like, I don't care. And this is Batgirl. I'm just like, I mean, you're race swapping, which is dumb. Like, it's a horrible decision, and I just don't care, man. I just really don't care. Like, every time they do this, this makes me just care less and less and less about anything that comes out. I just, I'm just gonna keep saving my money and invest it properly instead of actually going to the movies now.
Well, yeah, and it's just like, instead of finding, like, if you really believed it, you'd find a black DC character, and then you would just, that's what you're trying to go for. But you're trying to make a statement by specifically changing Barbara Gordon, and it's just like, it's like, damn, you're not doing it for a creative choice. You're doing it because it's gonna, you think it's gonna make a chance for the film to be even more popular. And it's just because we saw with Birds of Prey, it was one of the reasons. All these needless you don't believe in it, the whole thing enough to change Harley Quinn, but you're gonna change fucking what's the chick that screams, Jeff?
Oh, the chick that screams.
Yeah, the DC character.
Oh God, my brain went to Sindel. I'm like, no, that's Mortal Kombat.
I said Siren, and that's something else entirely.
Black Canary.
Thank you. Yeah, like you change Black Canary, and it's like, So thank you, Dr. Coffin. Yeah, it's just another needless change that just distracts you from the film. Like, oh, she's black now. It's like, okay.
I don't like it. I don't get it. The thing is, I really want a studio to have the balls, and I'm being sarcastic here, obviously, but I want them to have the balls to, cast an iconic black character as, I don't know, Irish. Like, very Irish.
Exactly.
Not even Irish American, just an actual Irish. Like, I want Liam Neeson's Irish, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I want Liam
Northern
Neeson
Irish,
to play Booker T. Washington. Why the fuck not?
You
Or
say
Frederick
that,
Douglass,
but he would do a
played
very
by
good job.
Oh my God.
Well, he's a great actor. What do you expect?
But Jeff, would they paint his face?
No, they wouldn't.
Okay.
They would.
No.
That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to prove. That the acting is more important than the visuals. I don't have to. Liam Neeson doesn't have to look like Frederick Douglass or Frederick Wortham. He can play anybody. But the point is, if he doesn't have to look like that, then she doesn't have to look like Batgirl. That's the world I want to live in. I want a fair, egalitarian system across the board. You want dumb shit, I want dumb shit. We all get dumb shit. Oh, you don't like dumb shit? Then stop being a fucking idiot. Like, just stop this. Just stop. End it all. Don't make any more of these damn superhero movies if you're going to keep switching this up because you're chasing the Marvel money. Yeah, Marvel made a lot of dumb choices, but Marvel also made a lot of good choices. That's how they made all that money at the box office. Iron Man, very close to what we think of as Iron Man. Not, I don't know, a guy with one leg who comes from Compton. No, it's actually Tony Stark on screen. Same thing with all their core characters. They represented them well. Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, everybody, all that first wave, that phase one casting. Hell, I'll even throw a bone to Mark Ruffalo or Edward Norton, your choice. They did solid casting choices, and they all look like the representations of their characters as they should on film. Why do we keep trying to subvert expectations or work the boys, as they would say in wrestling, and give us this type of shit? This isn't going to get people to go throw money at it because it's different, or, oh, Batgirl looks like me this time. People don't do this shit. We have statistics, we have box office, we have TV ratings, we have all these things that show this shit doesn't work. I'm working on a video about these woke shows that die right off the bat. Like, when does it end?
I don't know, man. I really don't know, because it seems like once they would get the idea that, oh, no more money, no more views, no more watch time. Oh, they're, with that money coming in, yeah, they're definitely going to stop doing it. But it doesn't seem like they're going to, and it's frustrating as fuck. And it's, I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, and again, it's just frustrating too, as well. Not only because of what you guys said, but just, you're not doing it to make a statement. You're doing it because you think it's going to translate into money. Like, this is the faux pas thing, is race swapping characters that no one really cares about, and then that's going to make more people pay them to the property and come and pay for it. You're not doing it because you actually believe in anything. This is a calculated move to take advantage of people who aren't going to watch it. That's just not the culturally relevant thing. You're not doing anything that's unforeseen. It's just a waste of a move that they think is going to make them more money, and that's what I fucking hate about it. They don't care about more black people in as main characters in films. If you did, you would pick the ones that were established on their own merit. You wouldn't randomly change characters. Like, they're not going to do this with Supergirl. Supergirl's going to look like Supergirl because that's
hold on.
Move.
Oh God!
There's the Supergirl they just cast.
Oh man,
she's like a different reality.
Different reality shit. If they're changing these Supergirl, like established characters for it, then that's the problem I have.
God.
I was just reading a message from Doug Keller. I'm like, Doug, I thought you liked us. We're eaten by a shark. Now, I'm gonna pass on Batgirl. I'm gonna pass on. I was always going to pass on Batgirl. I don't like the character. Oh, you don't? No, I never did. Don't have to say I do. Don't have to act like I do.
Well, that's because you're misogynistic, Jeff. That's why you hate women. That's exactly why.
Clearly. You know what? I make videos making fun of people trolling as misogynists, but whatever.
Oh God, I loved that video so much today. I fucking loved it. It's so good.
I'm sitting. Oh, fuck! I forgot our original opener. The guy that broke up with his girlfriend over Black Widow. We'll have to read that later.
Damn.
It's like, yeah, there is no way that I'm going to pass up that fucking story on this podcast.
That's a wonderful story. You know,
Actually,
true love.
I'm going to read it now.
Okay,
I'm going to pull that up. Anything else you guys want to say about this Batwoman? Excuse me, Batgirl.
I heard it. It's gonna hurt it.
DC's really going downhill, and Marvel's going to buy them up here real soon.
No, they're not that close to the happening. DC's in danger of becoming irrelevant again. That's the problem. I mean, they're not going to lose that much money, but it's going to be that, it's going to become that phase again where DC is just animated movies. It's going to be because of shit like this, because there's a magic in seeing them come to life, and they're just forgoing that to be culturally relevant and progressive.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, let me pull up a picture real quick because one word. I don't know if I want to call this guy a simp, but he's a fucking idiot. Here we go. I feel like this is a.
Do it.
Fine. Let's call him a simp. Fuck it. We'll put this up on screen. I think we'll get a good laugh at this. I rolled my eyes so hard it hurt. Here we go. Ready, Dion?
Here we go. Hit me.
Man breaks up with girlfriend because she doesn't fully appreciate Black Widow.
Wow. He was the one that said, wow.
Now, let me share this story with you properly.
Paint us a picture, Jeff.
What do you love more, Marvel or your significant other? For one anonymous man chronicled in a recent Reddit post, the answer to that question was clear. Marvel all the way. His girlfriend chronicled a bitter fight that all stemmed from the hit motion picture Black Widow. As she tells it, they had just finished watching Black Widow when she told him, I really loved the beginning, but towards the middle, all the action scenes seemed a bit messy and convoluted. Ultimately, she decided she didn't enjoy the overall film that much. Sounds utterly reasonable, right? Wrong! The boyfriend got angry and claimed the girlfriend didn't understand some inside Easter eggs because she hadn't seen the other movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In fact, she had seen all of them except Avengers Infinity War, but she defended herself. He called her a liar, and she said she really has watched them because she hadn't sat down and watched them in order. Then she called him a gatekeeper for insisting that it wasn't watching the movies correctly. I can connect the dots when watching the movies. It's not rocket science. Things got worse from there. The boyfriend was so mad he decided to sleep on the couch, and then, according to an update, ended the relationship entirely because she thought Black Widow was decent but a not exceptional film. Kevin Feige, you should really do the right thing here and pay back this woman for her moving expenses.
Oh God.
I'm going to ask this serious question. What film would you break up with your significant other over?
Our porn tape.
Wrong! Grace! That's what you'll fight over.
Oh my God, that's funny as shit.
What says you, Kendo? What film would you break up with your significant other over?
I don't think I would. I'm not that dumb of a person to have to break up with somebody because they like a different movie than me. It'd just be like, okay, you like that movie. I don't. You can watch it when I'm not around. That's fantastic.
So you're telling me you wouldn't break up with a girlfriend over, I don't know, Captain Marvel?
No.
Good, because you're normal. Nick, anything you want to break up with? Like, all right, Nick, you're in this great relationship, and you sit down with her, and you're like, hey, we're going to watch this great movie, Halloween. And she's like, awesome, I love Rob Zombie. How quick do you break up with her?
Before her ass hits the seat.
Damn.
No, I'm kidding.
That's a big ass. I've seen it. That's a quick breakup.
Oh god, no. I like sugar walls better than not having them. So yeah.
My fucking man.
I will sit there and I will go cook in the kitchen and she can watch it as long as she fucking wants. I'll put on headphones and just make food or something or make myself busy. I'll clean. I don't give a shit. I'll just do something else. And
what if they didn't like the Chiefs, Kendo?
That's fine. I don't care. I mean,
wait, hold on.
You don't have
Kendo.
to like the same thing as your significant other to have a good relationship.
Kendo, what about if they hate the Blues? Then what?
That's fine.
Okay. You're a little hesitant there,
that gap, that pause, that was Kendo's heart snapping at the thought that someone doesn't like the Blues. Kendo,
I mean, the only point. Let's go Blues. The only point of contention I would ever have with a significant other in realm of like sports teams, it'd have to be a situation like, oh, she's not a Blues fan, but she's a Blackhawks fan. That I'd have a problem with because I fucking hate the Blackhawks.
I mean, rightly so. You're not.
Just about
Kendo.
Yeah. I mean, in any other team, it would be fine. I mean, I could even handle it if she, instead of a Chiefs fan, she was like a Broncos fan because I at least respect that franchise, even though I hate them. If she came walking in with her fucking stupid, dumbass spiked shoulder pads on and her face painted black and silver, and she's like, black hole, I'd be like, get the fuck out of my house. I don't, no, that's a degenerate Raider fan. That I would have a problem with. Same thing like if they were a Cubs fan. If she was a Cubs fan, I'd feel mostly sorry for her and be like, yeah, 2016 was a fluke.
I was rooting for the other team.
Oh, the Cleveland Indians. I was all on board for the Cleveland Indians. When they went up 3-1, I was in full-on celebration mode. I was like, thankfully, baseball crisis 2016 will be averted. They won't win. We'll still get the jokes. We'll still get the memes. And then Cleveland proceeded to blow a 3-1 series. And
a lot of leads were blown in 2016, Kendo. A lot of leads.
Yeah, that's true. The 3-1 series leads were an endangered species in the year 2016, and Cleveland knows about them all too well. Yeah, the paradigm of my life kind of switched that night after the Cubs won the World Series. I got very drunk. I was like, I don't want to live in a world where the Cubs have won a World Series, and I can't make the joke about the Titanic sinking was more recent than the Cubs' last World Series win.
Wait, who critiqued or went after you for making fun of the Titanic sinking?
No, the Cubs winning the World Series. So there was a joke that we love to use saying that the Titanic sinking was more recent than the Cubs' last World Series win. But then they went and won it in 2016, so you can't make the joke anymore.
Look, I'm not a Chicago native or a Chicago sports fan. I wish it would have happened in 2015. So Back to the Future Part 2 would have been accurate.
They're only 1 year off.
It would not have been because they wouldn't have beaten Miami.
Okay, fine, but I don't care about Miami. They didn't have a team back then, right? That was the joke.
Yes, that was the joke. Florida didn't have the Miami Florida Marlins. Miami Marlins didn't exist.
So you want to talk about a joke that doesn't age well?
Yeah. Plus, like, because of the fact that the Marlins are in the same league as the Cubs, they would never be able to play in the World Series.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about some more sports. Space Jam 2. Yeah.
God.
My favorite meme was somebody saying, well, you can't really critique it because it's a movie for kids.
Oh, go fuck yourselves.
I can. They're gonna grow up and be like, why did they let us watch this terrible fucking movie?
Oh, go just go. I like people. This are the same people who say like, oh, you can't judge a movie by the trailer. It's like, go fuck yourself. Sorry, dumb shit.
I explained Space Jam 2 to a person at work today that had not watched it, and they are a fan of the original Space Jam. I told them what Space Jam 2 was about and all that other stuff. And then the guy just looked at me. He's like, you've got to be, that's not true. You're lying to me. I'm like, nope, this is 100% true. And I proceeded to show him pictures of Klay Thompson and Anthony Davis and Diana Taurasi as they appeared in the movie. And he was just, I could see a little part of him dying on the inside.
A lot of me died watching this movie because I'm in town visiting my mom, and my mom's like, I gotta go to bed. Like, she took a nap in the middle of this movie because she fucking hated Space Jam New Legacy. This movie sucks. Like, we're gonna talk about it because we watched it, we reviewed it. Everyone's going on about Space Jam, Space Jam, Space Jam. All right. This keeps up with the trend for me of very weak HBO Max theatrical release offerings. This, god damn it, what do you say about this movie, Dion? Yeah, Kendo, like, how do you describe it to someone?
Hard to watch.
Yeah,
It's so hard to get through. It's imagine if the criticism of LeBron James as a player became a movie. That's what it is.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, LeBron, you are not Jordan. Get the fuck over it.
That's what this whole movie felt like. Why LeBron James will never be Michael Jordan.
It's crazy. It's like if your mom and dad remade Space Jam, but with LeBron James.
Now, my biggest complaint out of the gate about Space Jam was, why is it called Space Jam? There's no outer space in this one. There are no aliens. There's no reason to call it Space Jam. It takes place in a fucking hard drive.
Yep.
It's so dumb. So somehow the real world of the tunes went into a computer. Again, it's as if your fucking parents made a version of Space Jam.
No, it's not even if your parents made Space Jam, Dion. Space Jam New Legacy, right? That's what it's called. Space Jam 2 is essentially Warner. I would call this HBO Max the movie, where every corner was spent saying, hey guys, look at how great the Warner Brothers catalog is. They fucking go into a hard drive inside of a server room where they fly around these little planets to go, look, it's the Game of Thrones world. It says Westeros and the fucking dragon spins around. Hey, look, it's the Matrix world. And it plays that Matrix music. Hey, look, it's this. They do it one time to decent effect. Other than that, this movie's member buries the IP edition, where they go to DC land and they crash in Metropolis, where they see Daffy Duck hijacking a train, trying to essentially be Superman by filming it himself. And it goes awry, and the train's about to crash, and the real Superman saves him. And I thought it was funny because they made it kind of look like the animated series. But other than that, this movie had very few gags that were jokes. The humor was almost non-existent. That's repetitive. But you look at the old Space Jam, and you go, that's a movie for kids. All right, fine. If you can critique the old Space Jam, you can critique the new Space Jam. The human element in the first Space Jam beats this one. I don't even have to go into Michael Jordan versus LeBron James, but two men make Space Jam 1 a classic. Wayne Knight and Bill Murray. Yes. There are no human actors.
That's true.
That's movie.
True. Fucking, I completely forgot about Bill Murray. God damn it.
Yeah, Bill Murray's the best part of that fucking movie.
It is. Yeah, he is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Dr.
Space Jam 2
shows up.
And Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and Spaceman, and pretty much it's Ready Player One, the DC version.
That's dude. When the fucking
Brothers
Iron
version.
Giant showed up at the end of the movie for the basketball game, I was like, this is just like Ready Player One, where he's running through that battlefield fight. Like Ready Player One felt like somebody slightly out of touch, but slightly with their finger on the pulse, conveying like the video game experience to the next level. And that was cool. That movie was fun. I haven't read the book, but what I saw on screen, I really enjoyed. This was trying to capture that with a Warner Brothers spin, and did it not feel like the most lifeless movie ever?
It felt like it, and the only reason I say this is because, imagine someone who just works at Warner Brothers or HBO, and it's like, okay, make a mishmash movie for kids that has what's the dude's name and LeBron James, our characters, and it's about the internet because the kids like the internet now. And it's just, and that guy is like someone's dad, and he went home and asked this kid, well, tell me about LeBron James. So how does basketball work? Superman and Batman are going to be in the movie, and then we're going to make some other random references. What's the basketball player's name? Yeah, we'll put them in there too. And it's the most corporate fucking movie of the last 25 of this fucking generation. This is a generally
folks,
bad movie.
Yeah.
This movie, Space Jam 2, felt more corporate and fake than a Disney Star Wars movie.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it. Yeah, it was
Disney Star Wars
my
movies
God.
feel a certain way. This is like a commercial almost.
It is a commercial. It's a YouTube ad. But it just happens to be just with Warner Brothers characters.
Dion, I have great news.
Nick,
I found a screenshot of my favorite part of the whole movie.
Oh, God.
So, folks, there's
I bet I know what part it is, too.
Probably do. Where LeBron James and this Toon Squad, they're trying to make funny faces at the opposing team. And everyone else makes these elaborate faces. And LeBron James is such a shitty actor, he can't even do this. He just fucking smiles. That's his silly face. That's
we started to play a game while watching it. Say it was take a drink every time LeBron does bad acting. After about 10 minutes, we realized we probably should stop playing this game
because somebody's gonna die.
And then the cherry on top of this scene, there's a fucking Nike swoosh in it.
Yeah. Okay, Dion, answer me this question.
Oh my God.
How is Nike paying for a sponsorship inside of the Warner Brothers server's computer hard drive space?
Right.
Oh, God.
Why would this hard drive just happen to choose the Nike symbol to be in their game, kind of game? They didn't even have fucking like a rule set during the game of quote unquote basketball. It's literally like in fucking an ad executive. It's like just put basketball in it. Like it's sprinkled with basketball.
Yeah. Hey Nick,
what's up?
Don Cheadle plays the bad guy. Guess what his name is?
What's his name?
Don
Al G Rhythm.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I have no idea what that could absolutely mean. I have no idea what that means because I'm 3 apparently.
He's in the computer, right? And he's controlling all that stuff, and his name's Al G Rhythm.
Okay. Yep. Don't know what that means.
Isn't that clever?
It's incredibly clever. If I was 4, that'd be incredibly clever.
Dude, Nick, there's a part at the end of the movie where Don Cheadle's Algae Rhythm character, who's been wearing like a silver Canadian tuxedo the entire freaking movie, but like he decides that he's gonna buff himself up to play in the basketball game. Yeah. So with CGI on par with The Mummy Returns, he becomes,
oh my God,
Don Cheadle becomes Wesley Snipes, and he plays basketball.
Yeah, pretty
much. Why couldn't he just become Michael J. White? It's okay. We need to see more of him. It's fine.
Well,
I mean, we just kept referring to him as War Machine the whole time. We didn't refer to him the character's name or Don Cheadle. It was just, hey, look, War Machine's acting like an idiot again. No, I think to me the creme de la creme of this movie was where they stole one of our jokes.
Oh God.
Yeah, they steal one of our jokes. So,
oh Jesus.
The part where the Toon Squad is getting their asses handed to them, and at halftime they go in and they're trying to sort things out, and Sylvester the Cat comes running up screaming about how he brought backup, and then they start playing fucking Alan Parsons, and it's like the 90s Bulls introduction theme, and they show the guy walking, and you're like, oh shit, they went and they got Michael Jordan, and it's Michael B. Jordan, and they make the joke of, you got Michael B. Jordan, you didn't get Michael A. Jordan? Dion and I both looked at each other like, they fucking ripped us off.
Yeah.
They ripped us off.
Also, the fact that they play that Bulls theme that you know from the 90s right there tells you it's not for fucking kids. No kid is going to know that goddamn theme.
By the way,
yeah, no, as soon as that music hits, we all know that that's the Bulls opening thing where they announce the Bulls.
And it's one of those things that we know from watching the games, you know, as kids, fucking 20 some plus years ago. We know this from watching it. And for everybody who's defending it saying, "Oh, it's for kids," go fuck yourself. Because there's no way a kid's gonna know that theme and know what that means, know what that, you know. Oh God, it's just,
calm down, Nick.
Dion, what was the part of the movie where you officially gave up and quit? Because there was something I'm trying to remember what it was. They did something and you stood up and you're like, "I'm done. I am done."
Oh my God, I think it was the LeBron James face part. I want to say where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I cannot watch this movie, dude.
Yeah.
Why didn't they try? Like, why didn't somebody sit LeBron down?
Because they literally, it was a commercial, dude. Like, this is what happens when a fucking executive brainstorming room is the one that makes the movie. Like, they don't have the direction is bad, the acting is bad, the fucking every structural point of a movie that makes a movie a success, they didn't do. Like down to basic things, like fleshing out the story. Like you kind of know what's good. You know, his son just got kidnapped, so Algae Rhythm can somehow use Michael. I almost said Michael Jordan. Use fucking LeBron James to get more popular. Like it doesn't even make any sense. They're like, there has to be a bad guy, LeBron James, basketball, Looney Tunes, WB characters. And then they just made a movie around that.
Yeah.
Dude, this whole thing was about kissing LeBron James' ass, but also telling him why he's not as good as Michael Jordan the whole time. Like,
exactly.
What? Why? All I want to know is why didn't somebody sit him down and say, try harder? Like, this guy was not. You ever watch a movie where you can tell an actor is really trying, even if they suck?
Yeah.
This was not one of those films. Yeah, this is that. The Room. Tommy Wiseau looks like he gives a shit more than LeBron James in this film, and that is not
this movie
not an exaggeration.
Like no one gives a shit. There's not a single person in this movie who gave a shit. Not even the basketball players that they tried to make Charles Barkley and Patrick Ewing and all those guys. Like they didn't give a fuck.
Well, dude, like, the original space.
Damian Lillard looks like he doesn't give a fuck about what he's doing. He's like, I'm going to be in this for 2 minutes, and then I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's like, what time do we need to get out of here because they need to go catch his check, so you know it doesn't go through.
You know that sensation, Jeff, you get when you go to the store, like, oh fuck, I gotta go pick up some chicken for dinner, and I need more salt. That's the feeling that you get from every single person in this movie. Like they were like, I gotta run to the studio and film for this LeBron James movie. Like even the voice actors for the Looney Tunes didn't give a shit.
No, dude, don't get me started on those voice actors. Who the hell was Bugs Bunny? Look, I know Mel Blanc is no longer alive. I'm not expecting, a 1-to-1, but there are some voices like Jesse does a better Marvin the Martian than the one they used in this fucking movie.
It's like, crazy.
The Looney Tunes were terrible.
They even turned them 3D. There's a moment where they're transformed from cartoon to 3D.
Now, I can understand the appeal. All the next generation kids like CGI. Okay, fine. Toy Story, the first CGI animated film. I was in the first grade when that shit came out. So I can understand most of my life, we've been introduced to CGI cartoons. I get it. I didn't really think they translated well, but hey, it's kind of like seeing Pikachu. It's a little weird, but whatever. So I understand that creative choice, but there were so many, why weren't they even attempting to be funny? Like, folks, I can understand, oh, you're not in the target demographic. Of course I'm not in the target demographic. So jokes might not land the same way, but they're not even attempting to write jokes. There are just moments that happen in this movie, and it's just it's exposition, but not exposition. It's like trying to convey the filmmaker has this opinion, and it's essentially the filmmaker stating their opinion, but the character states the opinion and then moves right back into the film. It's weird how they communicate with each other. It almost feels like an AI bot tried to make this fucking movie.
that dude. That's that you hit the nail on the fucking head. It's like, oh well, just give it to the AI bot. It'll put everything together, and that's how it's like, oh, basketball video games are a search word searched so many million times this year. We'll put that in the movie. Like it's a culturally defining bad movie.
Yeah, and Dion, I gotta give it. I get what it's trying to do, where it's trying to say like, hey, maybe the old way of playing sports outdoors and esports can come, have this weird union. I understand that. I understand, trying to tell the father-son story and the dynamic, but like, do anything well and I'll applaud you. But this movie, it starts out stupid.
Mac and Me level.
What'd you say?
This movie is like, remember Mac and Me?
Oh God!
Yeah.
How corporate that is. That's this. That is this, dude.
Oh my God, Mac and
We
Me.
just had our generation in our adult lives. We just had our Mac and Me moment.
Oh man! Again.
Yeah, I mean,
dude.
Oh wow, that's fucking horrible.
I was gonna say this. The thing about this is this movie was set up to be like storyline wise stupid from the beginning. The original one, the Martians came down to Earth and they were going to beat us in basketball. So what do? Their guys suck. They steal the skills and abilities of the best basketball players on the planet, not named Michael Jordan because he was too busy playing baseball at the time. And so in order to stop them and defeat them, we go get Michael Jordan, the best basketball player on the planet at the time. And with his ragtag bunch of people, they win and they defeat the Monstars. What is the big catalyst for this big game here at the beginning of this movie? LeBron and his son disagree about basketball.
That's true.
And but that
computer kidnaps
a nerd.
Oh
yes. Like the fact that the kid
So War Machine kidnaps the child.
But dude, how did this kid create technology that can scan people into their phone? Like, I understand what we're watching, but like there were certain verisimilitude. Richard Donner, rest in peace, sir. Like this movie, the old Space Jam kind of had its own internal logic. This is the type of movie where it's like, we've built this logic. Oh, but this joke works. Fuck the logic. And then you never go back to what you spent all this time building. Like, dude, like, oh my God, I don't want to keep going on and spinning my wheels, but like, there's nothing better about this one. Like, even the animation, like the traditional style animation, pales in comparison to the hand-drawn animation and the CGI used in a 25-year-old film. Like, it's not about having a preference or growing up with an original, because I didn't really like Space Jam as a kid. It took me to my last viewing to really appreciate it. Yeah, I wasn't sober, but it was awesome. Long story short, though, I'm on the Space Jam train as of 2021. And, as an artist, I appreciate hand-drawn animation and that craft. And what they tried, it was nice that Warner Brothers wanted to bring that back, but I wish they would have done that part better, because so much of the movie is animated and it just looks so dumb. Like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit integrates humans and animation better than Space Jam 2?
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah. Oh, Roger Rabbit definitely does. That's what I'm saying. Like, Roger Rabbit wins by a mile, and that movie's over 30 years old at this point.
Yeah.
Now, the original Space Jam director ripped the new sequel, claiming it took 5 sittings to watch and that LeBron ain't Michael.
I love that. That's a sentiment all the way through. It's like you ain't Michael. Then like he's trying to come to terms with it. It's like, yeah, buddy, you're not. Sorry. Even with your fucking Space Jam, a new legacy. Like, you're not the new legacy. You're just a wannabe. That's all it is.
It's the second most delicious irony to come out of this movie. LeBron James has spent his entire career in the shadow of Michael Jordan. Everyone's saying, you're not Michael Jordan. It can be argued, and I'm willing to hear the argument and agree with the argument in a certain degree, that LeBron James is the best basketball player of all time. I'll get that. But most people's general consensus as of current time is they won't be. Give it 30 years, and that'll probably change. However, the fact that he can't get out of Michael Jordan's shadow in Space Jam, legacy is even funnier. It's like, this is just hilarious. It's like, that's like the biggest like shoe throwing that's happening at LeBron James. It's like, dude, you did Space Jam 2? Man, you're not Michael Jordan. It's almost as good as his movie not being able to be shown in a certain country that we'll get to.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
One thing, another thing I love is that the articles came out, I think, like Sunday early. It's like, Space Jam beats Black Widow, and at theaters. I'm just like, what? And they compared like the third weekend of Black Widow to the first weekend of Space Jam. It's like this, like it didn't make any fucking sense. Like they were moving the goddamn goalposts around like like two blind kids. It was fucking horrible. Because like we all clearly knew that like 2 or 3 weeks ago that Black Widow made $87 million domestically at the box office. That was the opening weekend, and that Space Jam 2 made $31 million or $32 million at the box office. Like there's a big fucking difference.
Now, would you like to talk about why Space Jam might be dead in the water, though? Because if we're talking about box office,
God, yes.
So here's an interesting thing: China won't carry LeBron's Space Jam. You guys ready to hear about this?
Think so, buddy.
Yes.
All right. Film critics say Space Jam: A New Legacy, starring LeBron James, is one of the worst movies ever made.
Yes.
I'm going to trust the experts on this one so I can avoid watching it myself.
Ooh.
In LeBron's mind, though, it doesn't matter how bad the film is, as long as it blows up at the box office. Any humiliation would be worth it. However, the film isn't on track to be the financial success LeBron and Warner Brothers had hoped either, because China has yet to greenlight the film for release. This is particularly humorous, as LeBron has pledged allegiance to Chairman Xi for more than 3 years for the sake of Space Jam's revenue. Without China, Space Jam 2 is likely to lose several $100 million. As Clay Travis notes on Twitter, Space Jam cost $200 million to make and market and is expected to earn only $60 to $70 million without a release in China. LeBron has worked hard for China's friendship. He told members of the NBA to shut up and dribble for Xi, as was willing to spread dishonest information about American history and even ripped the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution in hopes of releasing Space Jam in theaters.
Wow.
This is not from the fucking Babylon Bee, by the way. Yeah.
Man, he wanted to do more than bend the knee. This guy needs knee pads for China.
Hold on. Sorry, I messed up that last sentence. He wanted to rip up the Constitution in hopes of releasing Space Jam in theaters near where COVID originated, and the Uyghur Muslims are detained in concentration camps. Wow, LeBron.
Yep, yeah, he wants to pucker up for China for sure. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
yeah,
what do you think?
It all started when.
Yeah, I don't remember Jordan ever shilling for China. I may be wrong. Did he ever shill for China? Did that ever happen? Anybody?
I don't remember him advertising for McDonald's, which now I want a delicious Big Mac and some hot fries and a nice cold Coke for only $3.99. Why don't we, like, I don't mind a commercial. I don't mind an athlete, a fucking physical specimen telling me I eat this every day, as you don't. I don't mind being lied to because it's like, haha. But this is like next level social engineering shit that LeBron James is. It's like, oh, hey, do this, do that. No, man, fuck off. I don't like this bending the knee shit.
He didn't bend the knee. No. He needs 2 knee pads, Jeff. Do you not hear what happened? God
Sorry,
damn, dude.
Let me rephrase. He didn't bend the knee. He bent over.
Yeah, basically he fucking did, because like this guy, oh man, he really wanted that that Chinese money, but it ain't happening, bro.
Well, I can say the same thing about LeBron James that I say about John Cena. I don't respect you. I just don't respect you as a person, as a role model, whatever. That's the type of shit that's like, oh, they do all these wonderful, inspirational things. But it's like, do they, though? Because that's the face that they want to present to you to be motivational. But then their very public face also does those other things. And do you want the next generation to pick up those traits to, bend over for foreign money? No, you don't want to teach your kids that. I mean, I don't really think you should look up to an athlete for inspiration, but if you do, Michael Jordan's the one. I mean, what did he teach you? Work hard and fucking be the best. Like, that's it. That's what I picked up from Michael Jordan.
There was a time where I guess you could kind of look at athletes, as heroes, but not anymore. or maybe Michael Jordan was never really a hero. He's kind of pretty. He just played one and made sure everybody kept buying his shoes. So I don't know.
Maybe he's a figment of our imagination, and we're we're not worthy of him.
That's probably true as well.
Now, we will talk a little more about China and Space Jam and close that out in just a moment. But I wanted to catch up with the audience because it's been a couple of minutes. So, our friend Primer bringing back the year 3535. Dion, are you ready to go to the future?
And not if it's a future that this movie's in.
Well, I'm sorry, but every future includes Space Jam New Legacy. By the way, folks, we have over 566 watching, but only 331 likes. Do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button to let us know you're enjoying the show. So Primer says, in 3535, Vince McMahon's bodiless head will sell the WWE to Robo Kendo. Also in 3535, Dion will be reanimated by scientists to become a horse hybrid. Okay, Joseph Bienowicz says it's 3535 Kendo, a head in a jar hovering watching his robo dongle do its thing. Problem is his cyborg body doing itself. Jeff, Nick, and Dion appear as Force Ghosts, all laughing at Kendo's dongle.
Right before he throws up.
The thing is, I don't even know who they are, so it's okay.
You're that old?
Like, I don't even remember these guys. My memory only goes back 125 years.
Are you sad?
A little bit.
I guess not. So 3535 is going to be a glorious time. It's going to be... Is that when the singularity takes place?
Yes, hopefully.
Wait. Hold on. Which one? The black hole or the AI?
AI. The black hole is going to wipe us all out.
Okay. Definitely AI for sure.
What if the singularity is something as basic as Android buys Apple and we only have one type of cell phone?
So everybody on the planet has to buy Apple forever. That's if that's the peak. If that's the peak of AI and the singularity, I think we'll be okay.
Dude, Android 1.
Well, also, I don't think it's going to happen because look at what happened in the beginning of the pandemic. People were tearing down 5G towers and bashing them with bats. So I think we're okay.
Well, yeah, people were afraid that the cell phone towers were giving them the Rona, right?
Yes. So, I don't think the singularity is going to happen. Somebody's going to show their kids Terminator 2 and instill that fear in them forever. Like, it's just going to happen. So,
well, it's the same reason why aliens will never land. They came, they saw Tide Pod eating, and they left, and that was the end of it.
Exactly.
It's kind of sad, folks. We're never going to have that great evolutionary period because people on the internet are stupid.
Yeah,
and that's why we're on the internet. TLJ Screwjob says her mouth can't repel a dongle of that magnitude. It's an impressive mouth. Modalicious says, fuck Kevin Smith passionately with a jagged 2x4. Well,
my God.
Don't worry. His Clerks Make an Ass will be back in the news in just a moment. Hang on, folks. Primer says, Die Hard with a Dongle. The David Carradine story.
Oh,
damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Do me a favor, boys. Talk about David Carradine for a moment. I'm going to go pee.
Kill Bill was awesome. Kill Bill 2 was not as awesome. He was
Kill Bill 2 was super fucking slow.
Yeah, and I'm sad that he died while he was pleasuring the old samurai sword.
That's fucking horrible. I know his
sheathing the old katana.
Jeez. I know his what was it? His brother, who was in Robert Carradine. The week that happened that he died, Robert Carradine was at a convention I was at doing a nerds reunion, and nobody could talk to him because of this. He was very, very down the whole weekend. But I was just like, and I was waiting in line the whole time to just kind of like get him to sign my poster. I was like, I want somebody to say something and be stupid, say something really dumb to the guy. Nobody did, thankfully. But it was just a really odd weekend.
Yeah, he had a really bad weekend once too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh man,
that's what happens when you live your life in excess.
Well, I mean, they are redoing the show Kung Fu, and I think it's going to be a female who's going to take over
Yeah,
that
because
role.
it's on the CW, dude.
Yep. Yeah.
Imagine if the CW made a movie. We're gonna get it.
Don't imagine if the CW made a movie. No.
It's gonna be the Kung Fu TV show.
Well, they got
No.
one.
The CW movie would be a bunch of 25-year-olds in high school fucking. That's all it would be. To like current pop music or something. That's all it would be.
Now, our friend Joseph Bienowich says, "Sorry, Kendo, I've been drinking. Dong of the Dead."
Okay.
Oh man,
good one.
Zach Z says, "Prong, another dongle device. F you, Apple."
It's really shitty because Apple's I think worth $2 trillion right now, and they only own like about 15% of the phone market in the whole world.
I won't go to iPhone. I enjoy, drawing on an iPad, but I don't like their stuff.
Customers, China.
Oh yeah, I mean, who doesn't have customers in China?
I mean, Space Jam probably.
God damn. Yeah, they're getting the movie by Sailing the High Seas for sure.
Will said the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks says Space Dongle, the LeBron James story.
Oh my god.
Well, that movie sucked a big ass dongle.
LeBron is a dongle.
Darian217 says October 3535, the 72,955th episode of World Class Bullshitters. Cyborg Kendo reviews the Eric Stoltz Back to the Future cut, 128K high definition, feels like they're in your face movie released a few days earlier on Monday, October 21st, 3535, in honor of Jeff.
Well, at least I'll finally get to see it.
But you won't know what it is because you won't remember what the hell the movie is about.
Yeah, I'll have no frame of reference. I won't remember Back to the Future. I'm like, this seems like a pretty good movie. It's a bit dark and weird, but it's entertaining.
What if Eric Stoltz in Back to the Future is what recharges your old memory, and you realize what you are, and you fucking flip out, and your last few moments of life are just everything that you've lost flooding back in the year 3535?
Or what if watching the Stoltz cut in the year 3535, it causes everything to come flooding back to me. I regain my entire memory of my entire 1,500-year lifespan, and that causes me to become the Singularity.
I mean, I like that movie. I'll watch that.
Yeah, I essentially become like a hero of some sorts, but like an anti-hero, and I just go around beating the shit out of everybody because I'm pissed that I'm 1,552 years old.
I'd watch it.
Actually, that sounds like a great movie. I want that movie now.
Write it down. Put it on the list. We'll make it.
London Fog 66 says, "What remake do y'all think is next after Dune? One that hasn't been announced."
Oh God, I don't know. There's so many coming out, and they're all gonna suck. I don't know anymore. I just don't.
The Dirty Dozen.
Oh God, MASH,
and it's gonna be a mixture of. I was gonna say it's gonna be the Dirty Dozen, and it's gonna be a mixture of dudes, chicks, and minorities and things like that. And instead of taking on a Nazi party of people or whatever it is, they're attacking like the establishment or some shit or something dumb.
They're gonna redo MASH, and it's gonna be in the future or something. I don't know.
MASH Bridges.
Dude,
no. MASH is in like MASH. I'm honestly surprised. Well, I mean, they can't really film the Love Boat right now, but they're probably going to at some point, so that'll happen again.
The Burbs, starring Jordan Peele.
He did announce a new movie called, I think it was called Nope.
Oh, I got a segment for it. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Because that fucking what a dumb. You know what? Fuck, I was gonna pull up the title right now. What a dumb title.
No. Pull up the poster, please. Just pull up
That's
the
what I'm
tweet
pulling
or
up.
whatever it is, because like, goddamn,
All right,
his new
Dion, have
his
you
new
heard
remake's
about
coming
this?
out
No.
soon. Fuck, God.
Say what?
Have you heard about Jordan Peele's new movie?
No.
Really, Kendo? Have you heard about it?
No.
A new terror from the mind of Academy Award winner Jordan Peele. Nope.
All right.
It's a movie about a killer cloud.
So
About a what?
first it was Get Out, then it was Us, now it's Nope. Okay, I'm sensing a pattern here.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip this one too, Nick. That's my pattern that I'm sensing. I'm not gonna watch another Jordan Peele
Oh
movie.
God, I'm definitely gonna skip it unless the audience really wants me to watch it, and then I'll watch it
I
and do a
haven't seen
Patreon
it
video about it.
before.
Get Out is a pretty good movie. Us is so fucking dumb, so stupid. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't at all make any sense.
TLJ Screwjob. Thank you very much. He says the year 3535. Dion's ghost is haunting everyone that brings up his still denied love of Dark Fate. That's right, Dion. Denied his
I can
love
see that.
until death. Hey Dion, say hello to your.
Fuck you.
People are gonna be like, "What are you guys looking at? This movie of a cloud?" No, it's Nope from Jordan Peele. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be riveting. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Is that
Well,
good?
Get Out's in it.
Maybe.
Well, it looks like the cloud is over like a fair or a small town or something. So is it like a UFO movie of a UFO hiding in a cloud over a small town that like gently takes them away to a better place? I don't fucking know.
No. What this movie is about is this UFO cloud. These aliens kidnap black people and take them back to their planet, and then they use them as like bodies and vessels so that they can stay younger.
You know what? You joke. That's the fucking premise, I bet. 'Cause it's got the dude from Get Out.
If that's the fucking premise, oh God! If I read the synopsis and that's it, I'm just gonna be like, Kendo, what the fuck, man? Oh,
I can only assume it's a Jordan Peele movie, and Get Out is the lead actor. It has to be pretty much the space version of Get Out. It's sped out.
Oh. Oh my God.
So let's keep moving forward with Jordan Peele, away from Jordan Peele. That's where we should go.
God,
as a
please.
society, away from Jordan Peele.
TLJ
Screwjob says
it's bad enough his fucking movie's coming out, the remake of Candyman. So
Yep, I almost forgot about that.
Modalicious has our perfect transitional super chat.
Kevin Smith has a sweet man pussy.
Oh, what the fuck?
It was a
damn.
Put it out there.
Had to read that one, huh?
Something about that just that landed weird.
Weird is the word you're using right now? Weird is the adjective? Oh, okay. I was thinking more along the lines of
No, the adjective is play.
That was perfect.
Thank you, Kendo. So let me pull a picture of our favorite film director. Oh wait, that's not a picture of Richard Donner. Least favorite film director.
R.I.P.
There you go. Yeah, honestly, one of the greatest directors of all time. So Kevin Smith,
and we're stuck with this skinny fuck.
Yeah, Kevin Smith has made a handful of films. You can call them movies. You can call them good. You can call most of them forgettable. But Kevin Smith is now involved with a He-Man cartoon, Masters of the Universe Revelations, which is going to drop tomorrow. Show of hands, who's excited?
If you can see me, both my hands are down. I'm just saying.
I'm not even looking at the screen.
In protest?
No, it's just that's my interest level in He-Man and the masturbators of the universe. Well, this version.
Well, everyone is pissed because essentially that new character, the Tila 2.0, is going to be the main character, the focal point. And now they're killing off other characters. Apparently, Kevin Smith is trolling the audience. It's like, what is the point of this show? Why do these people make these?
I feel like we called it.
What do we call? They shit the bed?
That
Yeah.
That was going to shit the bed, and that the female was going to be the main character, and that He-Man was going to get cucked out.
Where's the money in this, though? Because they keep making these stupid He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, like Origins figures or whatever at Walmart. They're not as good as the other, better lines, but they keep bringing out He-Man. He-Man has been a staple. I won't say nonstop since the 80s because that'd be a lie, because they even did that He-Man of the Future shit and they tried to whatever. But my point is, ever since about 2002, when they redid that He-Man cartoon, and then you had the collector's toys come back a couple years later, He-Man's been around for about the last 20 years. And so what's the reason that you want to take the name, the IP name, and then not give the character everybody wants? This keeps happening. This keeps failing. What the fuck is happening in these boardrooms?
Space Jam.
God damn it.
You're not wrong.
Just like that. Shit just like that, man.
I couldn't tell you. It's frustrating just talking about this for the second time this episode, just being like, hey, there's still some shitty woke entertainment coming out. We should all love it. And they keep doing it. Every company keeps doing this over and over and over again and not making any money, but somehow they keep doing it because they think it's going to make them money, but they don't. So I don't know.
Don't you love the talking to we get, the message that our heroes mean nothing and that we shouldn't believe in them?
Well, it's just that there's, and that's coming from an outside perspective that never cared about it before,
Exactly.
And that's what's so weird. And then those people are being told to make something great. It's so hard where your existence is based on criticizing and breaking apart something great, but then you give that person all of a sudden all this power, and you get shit like He-Man, and it's just disheartening because it's all disingenuous. It's all for show. It's all for the flavor of the month, and then it'll be no more. That's what's so fucking. No one's gonna remember this.
This is gonna kill He-Man. If this this is it. They're not gonna look at this and go, "Oh man, I really can't wait to watch the He-Man live action movie that shits on the main character too." Folks, you have one opportunity if you're coming back like this. For example, Transformers had its shot right out the gate, and it ruined itself. But they had one shot to fix it. Some people say Bumblebee did. Some people say they didn't. But they at least attempted something. Transformers has had so much more of a presence. He-Man, let's be honest with ourselves. I know I brought it up that he's been around for the last 20 years, but where has he been around? The internet. He-Man's a joke. He-Man is the hey, what's going on for a lot of people. These characters, because they were popular at one time, this isn't Marvel, this isn't Star Wars. Netflix didn't buy up one of the most popular IPs of all time. They picked up one of the most popular cartoons of the 1980s and are hoping to reinvigorate it and bring it out for the next generation. But the plans, the steps they've taken, much like Disney Star Wars is not a blueprint for success. The Force Awakens was a blueprint for unmitigated long-term failure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Yeah, man. It's something that they're. I don't know. It's just such a depressing state of affairs.
Well, I'm saying this as a joke. I'm just glad they're not doing this to our 90s shows yet. Oh, wait, they are.
Okay.
How would you guys feel about a Hercules the Legendary Journeys reboot with Taye Diggs as Hercules?
I want to throw up.
All right. Well, puke. Wish in one hand, shit in the other. See which fills up quicker. Now, what say you guys about the She-Ra and the Princess of Power cartoon that came out, that remake, the CalArt style? Did anyone here give it a shot?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Because again, I'm not here. I will defend pop culture. I will talk about it with all the reverence these things deserve. With He-Man, Thundercats, all of these 80s properties, I'm just slightly too young for them. But the way we talk about Star Wars and other stuff, they should still be preserved and treated and respected. He-Man was perfect, kind of like the Ghostbusters or Back to the Future is now, where they just release merchandise, they put out an expensive book, they'll put out a video game that probably sucks, but they never touch it that way. That's the best way for these franchises to live on. Like Ninja Turtles doesn't need a cartoon. Ninja Turtles just has a deluge of toys and video games and arcade machines and shit for grown-ups. Remember, folks, unlike the Space Jam movie in quotation, and I'm using the term lightly, this is not for kids. He-Man, Transformers, all this stuff that they bring out and charge you a premium for, it's for the little kids from 35 and 40 years ago. So remember these. Remember that when you talk about these films. Don't let some dickhead on Twitter say, "Oh, it's a kid show, you shouldn't talk about it." Fuck, no, it's not. The kid doesn't know who He-Man is. It's for his dad or grandpa or whatever. Believe me, Dustin's kid's grandpa would watch He-Man.
Yeah, it's for the people that are our age that have kids to say, "Oh my gosh, I remember this when I was a kid. Let's go totally watch it," and then sell toys to the next generation, along with the dad who will be buying the toys as well too. And then these kids have their own version of He-Man, and it's a bonding experience. Believe me, I went through that with the Ninja Turtles. I don't have any kids, of course, to show them the Ninja Turtles, but they know who they're marketing it to, and that's why most of the best-selling stuff is that first generation Turtles.
Oh yeah, man.
I hope the Power Rangers don't ever get another reboot, because I can't.
They probably have 4 more in the hopper right now. In all honesty, they probably have 4 more waiting to go, and they're going to do them here soon. And kids are going to love them, and they're going to call us all kinds of names like they have been for the past few years because we didn't like it, and so on and so forth.
So Kevin Smith lied. I don't think there's going to be too much success from this show anyway. It's He-Man. Now, have you guys heard about Kevin Smith in the news with Clerks 3 starting to film soon?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard some weird announcement about that. We have any idea about the story or anything, or what's going to go down, or anything like that?
Ask that again.
I said, do we have any idea what the story is going to be, or what the synopsis is, or what's going down?
I have a theory that it takes place in a convenience store.
Okay,
that'd be my best guess.
Okay, that makes sense, but it's Kevin Smith after all, so I hope he does that.
You said you hope he doesn't direct?
I mean, I hope he follows. I hope he follows through and does the at least keeps it fucking original somehow.
Well, yeah, I mean, like stick to what's worked.
Well, Kevin Smith did a decent job with Jay and Silent Bob's reboot. That's one where I'm like, okay, he can still make a movie, but
I watched the first 30 minutes of that, and I had to turn it off because I was just like, I don't like this. He had Matt Damon. He had Matt Damon talk about fucking Dogma because of some fucking reason in this movie, and it just why is he here? Dogma has nothing to do with Jay and Silent Bob. It was weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know there's a lot of, I don't even think there's a ton of online hype about this. I think this is just one of those things where it's like a good chunk of our audience just doesn't give a shit about He-Man. So I wish He-Man would get the proper respect he deserves, but you guys have anything else to say about He-Man?
No.
Oh, God. Dion's down already.
Yeah, Dion's down. Go ahead and mute him already.
I'll get him back later. Let's check in with the audience. Cesario Japan says, I tried to put in my dongle and it won't fit.
Need a bigger port.
Bigger port.
Andrew Clark says, thoughts on Kibblesmith writing Blade for Marvel? Well, Andrew, I'm as excited for Blade as I was the new Warriors with internet gas.
Oh, Jesus.
I was actually excited to get that comic book so I can rip on it, but they never released it.
Yeah, same here. I wanted to read it on air. I thought it'd be funny, but never happened.
We would have done a voiceover for it.
Oh, 100%. It would have been glorious. Would have been glorious. Jeffrey
Mahan says, how can I get my backing of Stealing Solo canceled and get a refund? Well, if you have any issues, you can contact wcbscomics@gmail.com. Jiggynomics says, Harry Dongle and the firing of Kathleen Kennedy. You know, it would take magic to get her ass away after all these fucking reports we've heard about. Oh, she's fired tomorrow. She's dead, actually. And then she just shows up on TV like, oh, somebody told me a lie.
Well, I have heard on very, very good authority that she is being fired this week.
I was on Reddit earlier this week myself, too. Redman Productions says, to cope with no live WCBS show last week, I brought Xenoblade Chronicles for the Switch, and it's a really fun game.
I'm really feeling it in Dion.
He's still out. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
Dion should not take an edible before the show.
No, he took it during the show. He said, because he said when we were giving him shit in the beginning, he's like, fuck it, I'm taking another edible. I'm just like, okay.
He said he was taking another edible.
Yeah, so.
And that was after he referred to Star Trek 3 as one of the greatest third films in a series of all time.
You know, this is
paraphrasing,
my
of course.
Look, Dion has made a bet with Jesse that Avatar is never coming out. Avatar 2, excuse me. So, kind of hard to. Sometimes, man, you do these things. Please stop.
Well, I have yet to see a release date for Avatar 2. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen images of them shooting it. They're not going to throw away that much money, are they?
They might.
I mean, they had 80% of a movie with Solo, and then they threw that away. So,
okay, that's fair. I'll give you that one.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, money is no object to these people. They just want to make. I don't know, just want to make stuff or make money or something. I don't know. It's weird. They're strange. They're strange.
Would he win on a technicality if it comes out and it's not called Avatar 2? It's just like called Avatar Titanic Boogaloo or something. I don't know. You know, would he get the win on the technicality?
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Is that how we're judging this? Like, if another Avatar movie comes out, he loses, or if it's called Avatar 2, then he loses. Like, how?
If it's not, it has to be called Avatar 2.
He loses no matter what, because how many fucking movies are called something 2 until they come out, and then they're like, oh shit, they changed the title. So he bet there's no Avatar 2, meaning the movie ain't ever coming out. He had acknowledged it's the same production we're talking about the whole time.
Gotcha.
So his ass is going bye-bye on that $100. Cesario Japan says Fast and Furious 25-25 opening in March 35-35. So
lousy March weather.
Did we get new months so studios could release more movies in the year?
No, that was a Simpsons reference.
London Fog 66 says Space James 2, a dongle legacy. Doug Keller says the last. Right. This is an interesting film title, Kendo. I think you've. Never mind. I'm not even gonna make that joke. It's the Last Dong Scout. There's also. This is the one Kendo likes. Don't be a dong to South Central. And then I think everyone's seen this film, The Dark Dong Rises.
Well, apparently he falls asleep mid-show, so.
Doug Keller says, Kendo looks like former Celtic Larry Bird.
I'll take it if I only had just a little bit of the basketball ability.
Yeah, man. How tall was Larry Bird?
6'8" or something like that, maybe.
So you need about, what, 7 more inches of height?
Sure.
Doug Keller also says, did you hear that Sean King is writing a Black Panther movie? It's titled Not Black Panther, starring himself. I mean, that's the stunning and brave film we need today. Paisley Hidalgo's in the chat. They agree.
Correct.
Thank you very much, Doug Keller, for everything. Darian217 says, Mila Jovovich, 6 Resident Evil movies. She's no franchise killer. She hasn't starred in any other series. Conversely, Cena's good for 1 movie, not a series. Saw Fast 9, acting worse than in Bumblebee.
Was the acting any worse than when he was doing his Mandarin apology video to the Chinese government?
I wonder if, like, the people, when we get to the wrestling segment in a moment, I wonder if the folks backstage were looking at him like, come on, John. Come on, John. And he's just like, sorry, man.
No.
I got to do it.
He was following LeBron's lead. He was following LeBron's lead.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to bend the knee so I can get my movie there so I can get paid more.
I just want to, like, run into Cena like The Rock would have done that, bro. Just walk away. Who the fuck are you?
I wonder.
Don't worry about it.
Dude, I wonder. I wonder how much shit he's getting for that now. Just like in his daily life. In all honesty, I wonder if people are just like, "Hey, man."
Probably not much, because most people look at him as like, that's a smart business move. I bet you a lot of people behind low key are just like, yeah, you got to do it. It sucks. I bet you he didn't even want to do it himself, but he just doesn't have the nerve to say no.
I mean, okay, a business move I understand, but publicly, like the optics look like so crappy. It looks so bad, so bad.
It's stupid across the board. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
Let's see. Darian217. I know there were 6 Resident Evil films. I've only seen 1 of them in theaters. The last one. Joel was a huge fan of those. So, have you guys watched them all?
Nope.
Good.
I think I watched up to like the 3rd or 4th one, and then I had really had to. I'd absolutely tap out because I was like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't.
I have great news from Modalicious. He says, dudes, Tourette's guy's YouTube is back up.
Okay.
Oh, good.
That's actually good news for me, because I've been hanging out on this, well, not hanging out, but when I'm on Facebook, I see these Tourette guy Facebook group posts, and I'm like, yes, it's about time to find out who ripped my Randy Travis post.
Remember that rumor that he had?
Do what now?
I remember when he died. It was so traumatic.
There was a rumor that Tourette's. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, there was that like rumor like online that Tourette's guy had died, and everybody believed it because he didn't make anything for a long time, and then he just popped back up one day. It's like, oh, he's not actually dead.
He just took a break or took a nap like Dion.
Oh, Dion, you're a gem. TLJ Screwjob says, sorry, but rant time. WTF did they need to add Batgirl stuff in The Killing Joke? Because it would only be so long. Great, just make the comic as it was. I didn't buy that movie because of that Batgirl stuff. Yes, TLJ Screwjob, I thought it was out of place too. I don't remember how the book's starting. That's not how it started. I'm pretty sure the book starts out with Batman and the Joker in jail, and Batman touches the Joker, and it turns out it wasn't. It was like a ploy or whatever, a fake Joker, Foker, if you will. Now, trying to pad out stuff works sometimes, but the one thing about the Batgirl scene, and this is going off memory of viewing it one time, 5 years ago now? Was that a 2016 release? Anyway, I digress. My point is, I
believe so.
They add stuff to these. And the reason I hated the Batgirl in this movie, The Killing Joke, so much is because I understood they were trying to tie together the emotional trauma of Barbara Gordon being shot by the Joker and the damage done to her and all that stuff. I get it. I get what they were trying to set up. But it shouldn't have that parallel. It should be as senseless and merciless as the killing or the shooting in the book catch you off guard like a real act of violence. Not to build some weird parallel and then also make it deeper. Like Batman's revenge mission has to be deeper and personal for Barbara. It's like, no, dude. No, I didn't like that at all. I guess the big sell was having Mark Hamill come back, and it worked. I went and saw it in theaters, but that was one of those that I think really... I won't say changed the perception of all DC animated films, but that's the controversial one we're still talking about. And that was the one that opened up a lot of people's eyes to the fact that DC has progressively made these dumber changes and changed these things from source material. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching these as soon as they come out. I used to watch them the first Tuesday, every time they would drop one. Do you even watch them anymore, Dion? Oh, wait, you're asleep, so it doesn't matter.
He went night.
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
Yep.
Just checking still. It's not like we have a show. 007 Cloud says, review the Chester Bennington episode.
Oh,
Sure, that'll be 83rd on our
oh my
list.
God.
Yeah, episode 81.
Joseph Bienowich says,
Oh,
drunk
that
watch
was a-
party. Johnny Dangerously.
Oh, wait, is that
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was.
TLJ Screwjob says, to jump on the Joseph's chat, glitter, and that was a waste. Sorry, to jump on Joseph's chat, glitter, and then wash out the taste with Johnny Dangerously. Like, it's not enough to, watch glitter 5 and 6 times privately. I guess I got to watch it in front of everyone now, right?
Yeah, man.
I mean, we could do a drunk party for glitter.
Beep boop what?
I want to, but we could.
He said we could do a drunken watch party for glitter
Watch
if you
party.
wanted to.
I mean, we could.
I don't want to, but we can.
Doug Keller says, the actress that played Myra on Family Matters passed away so young, it still burns me out to this day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember that. I always thought it was funny that Urkel had a hot girlfriend, but I always thought as a kid, I thought it was stupid that he still wanted Laura. Because as a kid, I'm looking at both of them going, this girl's mean to you, this one's nice to you, and she's really pretty. What are you doing, Steve? And then I don't know. I was a child, so I didn't give a shit. Did you guys have a preference between Myra or Laura on Family Matters?
Oh, Laura.
Oh, you like mean women. Got it. That's why you married Brie Larson.
I mean, married is a loose term,
No, she was not the one that did the porn. This is a really Family Matters centric episode. Samurai Vader, thank you very much. Hello from El Salvador, world class ball strappers. It's hot here. Also, Dion, who's worse, Buffalo Jeff or Jesse Kidney Stones? Team Fortress 2. When I'm Dion.
Hello, Dion. I guess I'm worse. Your snoring cannot save you from me.
I guess he's dead.
Wow, nothing really? Damn, not even like.
He's just like stoned and knocked out.
Yeah.
Samurai Vader, I apologize that Dion fell asleep on you on air.
Dion has gone bye-bye.
Andrew Matthews says, look up the cover and cast of Wing Commander 3, Heart of the Tiger. Isn't Mark Hamill in that? Yes.
There's a Wing Commander 3?
Yeah, Mark Hamill's in it. Let's see. I've never played it. But
Okay. I thought it was the movie from Wing Commander. I was like, what? Sorry, I got confused.
Oh no. So, yeah, this stars Mark Hamill, Malcolm McDowell, John Rhys Davies, and Tom Wilson.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't credit Thomas F. Wilson as Thomas F. Wilson in the Wing Commander thing, because I'm like, who's Tom Wilson? And then I was like, oh, it's Thomas F. Wilson.
That's strange.
Biff for the layperson.
Yes.
Here, I'll show the image while we read a few more super chats, and then we talk about our next segment. So the Wing Commander box is pretty baller. It's got a giant tiger man on it. And if they made a movie, he would be played by Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman's an asshole.
I think he is, but he's a great actor.
That is true.
Is he? I don't know. He's
I've
fine.
heard he's an asshole. I've heard multiple.
Oh, no, is he really a great actor? I mean, he's always just been a fine actor to me.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's okay. He's all right. He's more of a character actor than anything. So I mean, he's okay.
Doug Keller says, Jeff, the WCBS movie should be made in the style of Jackass. Hi, I'm Jeff Hicks, and I'm going to cover myself in shark bait and jump in the Arctic Ocean.
Jeff, Jeff's
no.
never going to jump into the ocean like that.
Now, hold on a second. The Arctic Ocean doesn't have sharks, does it?
I don't. I want to say they don't, but I could.
It's probably not very warm though.
I was going to say it's either be eaten by sharks or die of hypothermia.
Yeah, covered in meat.
Third option and say neither.
Yeah.
No. We all want to end up on a beach earning 20%. So,
thank you, Hans. Bobby, I'm not your white knight. The new number 2 says, these days, subverting our expectations would be making characters look the way they're supposed to. Yeah.
That's true.
Primer says, I would never break up with my girlfriend if she liked a movie that I didn't like. If she says Crystal Skull is better than Raiders, her ass is gone. Good man. Good man. Priorities are in line.
But what if she says Beverly Hills Cop 3 is the best Beverly Hills Cop? Then what?
Then you need to treat her like Wendy Testerberger treated that teacher and rocket her out of orbit.
Yeah.
Up next, we have our friend Doug. Thank you very much. And then Stunning and Brave Paisley Hidalgo had retracted a message. But here's another one from the Stunning and Brave Paisley Hidalgo who says, Ready Player One is also made by Warner Brothers. So yeah, their Warner Brothers movie, Space Jam 2, The New Legacy, is essentially Ready Player One, which is Ready Player One. So thanks, Warner Brothers.
So they ripped themselves off.
Pretty much.
But also, once again, if you haven't read Ready Player One, I highly suggest it. It is a lot of fun. It's a really good book. What they did for the movie was as best as they could for 90 minutes. Like, you can't cram that book into 90 minutes. There's no way. It's impossible. But they did the best they could with what they had, with the time they had for the movie. But yeah, it does seem like they fucking copied it.
Yeah, but the real question is, can you take that book and can you roll it up real nice and tight and stick it straight up your candy ass?
You could if you're Dion.
That's true.
Wake up, Dion. Albatross says, the tunes in 3D look like sleep paralysis aliens I keep dreaming about.
Okay.
Yeah, they did not look good.
No.
And to highlight how good they didn't look is when they transitioned from 2D to 3D and like the same like scene, it was just like, whoa, this looks awful.
When Bugs Bunny tried to emote, there was a scene where he's like, oh, and we're getting crazy or something. I'm paraphrasing poorly. But it shows him like go through all these weird like extra animations. And that's where I had the problem with, you can't call it Uncanny Valley because it's never meant to be real, but you're seeing the Looney Tunes do so much extra that it just feels awkward. It's like Bugs Bunny doesn't react that way emotionally. He reacts X way because he's drawn a certain way. But when you put him in this new medium, which is still technically animation, shooting for the realism with something that shouldn't be real, I definitely had that moment of disconnect.
Yeah.
Doug Keller says, another stunt in the WCBS movie. Hi, I'm Dion Green, and this is hot dog water snorkeling.
Oh, my God.
I mean, that we could do.
Yeah, that's fine.
The Stunning and Brave Paisley Hidalgo says, Big Chungus, Rick and Morty, and Among Us are all in this movie. WB just told us that we're getting an Among Us movie.
God.
I have not played Among Us, have you?
Nope.
I think I played a little bit of it, but I didn't like it. I just kind of turned it off after a while because it was it's too much. There was too much, like, I hate to say that, but there was too much story, and I was just like, I want more action because I like just shooting stuff and killing things. So I was not very happy with it.
Wolf's Pain, thank you very much. What's the best Don Cheadle performance? or characters y'all have seen. In my opinion, his best or at least most entertaining was Bashir Tarr in the Ocean's movies.
Oh shit, that's a good one, and he did that accent really well too. Oh man,
Buck Swope and Boogie Nights.
oh fuck. I liked him in the House of Lies show.
It's a Star Wars reference in that movie too that he does.
Oh damn, that's true. Yeah, he in there's a show called House of Lies where he's like a marketing exec or something, and he's a complete piece of shit and an asshole, and he plays it to a T. He does really, really good with it. I thought it was a fantastic job that he did a really good job with it.
I didn't realize I knew Don Cheadle was short, but 5'8", damn. To answer your question, my favorite Don Cheadle performance outside, I'm not going to give Iron Man because I love those, but come on. Probably the first thing I remember Don Cheadle in was Rush Hour 2. This is supposed to be a Chinese restaurant. But I'm going to say my favorite Don Cheadle performance is as Captain Planet. So that's my answer.
Oh my god, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
Oh fuck, I forgot Don Cheadle was in After the Sunset.
Yeah. He plays a gangster in the movie who's wanting to get the diamond off the ship or whatever, and he's grilling James Bond over there for information.
Thank you, Wolf's Pain, for your super chat. Doug Keller says the movie did a good job or a good CGI job on LeBron's hairline.
Oh damn,
dude! I noticed the hair piece.
Oh shit! Oh man, it's fucking cold blooded, man. This show.
Yeah, we are. We're an ass. We're assholes. Wolf's Pain also says LeBron is the type of guy to try the stop it, get some help commercial in the bit of desperation only to F it up. He will never beat Michael Jordan, period.
Yeah.
The Dukes Abide says LeBron is Mike Honcho for China at this point, spreading his cheeks for Playgirl magazine.
Man.
Oh. Let's see.
Shots fired.
Actually, yeah. Let's jump over, actually. One more super chat, and then we're going to jump over to our wrestling segment to close out our show. From Ralph Mack, who says, it took 15 years, always knew Cena sucked. Angle rules. Well, Ralph, we have been I have been against Cena since 2006, honestly. WrestleMania, the build-up to WrestleMania 22 is what made me an anti-John Cena fan. I fucking hate that guy as a wrestler because he was so predictable and so repetitive. Now, Kendo, you watch more AEW than anyone on the planet. Meaning you watch it every.
You may want to give him a minute there, buddy. He had to go.
Oh, he's back.
There you go.
So now, Kendo, you watch more AEW than anyone here. What do you think about the rumor that CM Punk is coming to AEW?
I mean, okay, so do I think it'll help? Maybe. Want to see Punk wrestle again? Yeah, of course I want to see CM Punk wrestle again. I enjoy CM Punk. I don't know. I don't know what role he would fit into AEW other than, maybe he can be an outsider that fights against the laughing, joking numbnuts that are the elite. I don't know. I want it, but at the same time, it's not really helping the argument of AEW just against old WWE talent. It's definitely a term scenario. Bring him in, let him do some stuff, and then just let him go on his merry way.
Well, I know a lot of fans. There are specific sects of wrestling fans. There's a very specific type of CM Punk fan, and you could call them marks, this, that, and the other. But my point is, there's a specific type of wrestling fan that really wants CM Punk to return. I think CM Punk has a very finite, if he ever returns, which I don't think he will, and I don't think he should, but I think he has a small window. It's not that it's too late. It's what else is there to achieve. And I really don't think not independent, but a smaller wrestling company, there's enough egos they need to feed over at AEW. I don't think Phil Brooks is going to be another ego that they can feed and sustain a business.
No, definitely not. Joseph Bianowicz, anybody can outperform fucking Kenny Omega. He's not that good. He's severely overrated. Yeah, I mean, you've already got shitloads of egos, and that's just in the executive vice president's wing of the building. But with everybody they've already got, it's just like I don't know where he would fit in, and I could just see him maybe getting lost in the shuffle after he makes his big debut, and they trottle him out there, and he does what he's doing, and then turns around. It's like, what are you going to do with him after you get your, the big pop, the big oh, look, we've got CM Punk. Isn't that great? Like, what are you going to do with him after the first, few weeks? Are you going to stick him in a fucking death match with Moxley?
No, because he's too old.
Yeah.
Now, what's the deal with Daniel Bryan going over there?
So, if the rumors are to be believed, and it's probably very likely that it's the case, because the other, like right now, it's just a bunch of rumor and innuendo online, and that Bryan Danielson and the American Dragon is all elite. I have not seen any confirmation on that. That might be because they're, finally doing the smart thing at AEW and actually keeping this shit a secret, as opposed to just immediately broadcasting it as soon as they do anything. And that's the rumor right now. I know the other day that I think it was Solomonster I was listening to. He had the story of the contract between the WWE and Daniel completely broken down. So if that's the case, then it could be because he wants to go to AEW. But then I also feel like that's another situation where you get a guy that is better than your entire roster.
Kendo, you're booping out real bad, buddy.
Well, I don't know what to tell you then.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just had to let you know.
That's okay. Look at the robot. Look, welcome to 3535, Kendo. You're officially a robot now.
Great.
That came in clear.
It's like you're going to bring in I was going to say, you're going to bring in Daniel Bryan. You're going to give him, he's going to get lost in the shuffle because they're not going to treat him the way he needs to be treated, which is better than everybody else they got.
Yeah, Dion, you should be quiet. I agree. I'm not trying to not pay attention to your assessment. I want AEW to be more than it is. That's all I can say.
I believe that horse has left the barn with AEW. Like, they came in, lots of promise, everything. They're like, okay, it's gonna be a sports-based wrestling show. It's gonna be like the way it used to be. It's gonna be an old-style wrestling program. And that lasted for just a brief period of time, and then they started doing the silly shit. And you can clearly tell that most of the AEW matches are just guys cooperating with each other to do spots.
What was it? When we were in the hotel room one of the nights, we watched, I think you brought up AEW Botches or whatever on YouTube. And we watched one part, and I think it was like 30 minutes long, or it was a good long video, and it was hilarious because like there were a lot of botched stuff. And you said, "Oh yeah, there are 7 more parts," and I'm just like, "What? And how long have they been around? 2 years?"
So it was 50 AEW botches in 7 minutes, and there's 3 parts of it right now, and it's supposed to be a 7-part series.
Jeez. And they've only been around for 2 years.
Also puts other stuff up.
Well, yeah, true. But I mean, like, it's just, like they promised so much and they haven't delivered. And also, like, we recently heard that they were they're sinking their money into a video game. It's like, maybe worry about getting a better product first and then getting a video game. Just saying,
We'll see.
Random
part of that's a big part of the problem about getting the better product. The person that is running AEW is the money person. He's also the head booker that's never worked in wrestling a day in his life until he created his own company with his EVP circle. And he pretty much lets them run everything. Hence why they're constantly featured all the time in big spots on TV, including Cody Rhodes, who's like a mid-carder on his own TV show, but he has prominently featured segments all the time.
Yeah, that's the guy that I can't abide by the way he handles this shit. Now
it doesn't make any sense.
So that's and they gave jobs to all their little fucking in-goof friends that have never been trained properly, and there's a reason why they never were any big promotions because nobody would hire them. But then their friends got jobs and running the promotion, and that's how you get Joey fucking Janela.
Now, the AEW promotion has a rival. Well, they don't think they're their rival. WWE. Money in the Bank. Kendo, what'd you think?
I thought it was a show that was overshadowed by the fact that John Cena showed up at the end and everybody imagined it the greatest thing in the world. Other than that, I thought it was just an all right pay-per-view. It wasn't anything to write home about. I thought it was completely ironic and pretty much backs up everything what people say about the nepotism in the WWE and how anybody that's tangentially related to a certain Dwayne The Rock Johnson can get away with murder.
Yeah. Lost you, buddy.
Kendo is at 28.8 megs per year. I don't know. You are slow, bro.
At least things.
That's I saw you guys chat about it in our Facebook chat, and didn't sound like a lot of fun. Didn't seem like a lot of fun either. So, and I remember people were raving online about John Cena coming back at the end. I'm just like, oh, good. It's it's John Cena. Who actually likes and cares about him?
Random late night question. I'm going to make a bad decision. What should I get food wise?
Oh, God.
Rallies.
I don't want to die.
Checkers.
That's good.
Yes, Nick. I'll fall for that trap.
Well, you didn't give me a choice. You just said what should I choose? I'm like, all right, Checkers. I don't know. Go Arby's then. I don't know what you want.
All right, I'll go to Arby's. Jabraylin Van Zandt, thank you very much, says Kevin Smith's boyfriend likes world-class bullshitters, says my black ass Dion.
I mean, that's entirely possible.
She seems like a nice lady. She has good taste. Ooh, White Castle. That's what I should have. Yakase says James and the Giant Dongle. Jesse and I are going to make some very bad decisions later. Wolfspain says, thanks for reminding me of the CW. One race swap I didn't understand was Josie and Riverdale. They already have Valerie Brown. Why change Josie? I don't know.
Because they could. That's why. And the other thing is, like, it's a small town in the middle of fucking nowhere, and that doesn't make any sense either. Nor does I guess the race swap for Veronica as well that they did, which doesn't seem, it's just weird, but yeah, it's how the CW operates, and it's just how they do things.
Adam Wofford, thank you very much for your super generous super chat. He says they are making The Last Starlight 2 with the original cast, and Retro Blazing has them on, and they're talking about the sequel. Also, I hear there might be a remake of Krull or a sequel. So I think the auto-correcting retro blasting, and maybe you mean The Last Starfighter 2, because I know that was part of Iconicon. They had, did they have Lance Guest? They had someone, a large name associated with that. And by the way, folks, make sure you guys check out all the Iconicon stuff. Michael and Melinda really put a lot of work into it. And so you guys can check out that live stream for more information. I didn't myself watch it, but I've seen, screenshots and stuff and title cards and people talking about it. Now, what says you, guys? Would you want to see a Last Starfighter 2?
No. I really enjoyed the first one a lot. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do. I bought it on Blu-ray recently when I think Shout Factory put out a nice one for it. Love that movie. It's a very 80s. It's a very, very, very true to life 80s movie. I fucking love it. And if they're gonna make a part 2, I don't know how they're gonna do that unless the Space Federation needs help again with the same aliens or different ones or what's happening. I don't know.
I know
but
this isn't popular, Nick.
Yeah.
But this is the only movie that could get a remake that would make sense.
How though? Wait,
The kid plays
a remake or a part 2?
A remake.
Okay, yeah. If it's a remake, then it could happen entirely. Yeah, that's for sure. Because then you just go the Jumanji 2 route. Then basically,
pretty much,
kind of in that kind of vein. It would make sense. But if you're doing a continuation of the first story, there's no way you could. I don't see a way of them doing a part 2 to that. It just, I don't know, man. I don't know how it would work. It just, it doesn't make sense.
Donald Camp, thank you very much. Donald says, "Hey guys, missed y'all last week, but I get it. I'm an hour behind. I just wanted to tell you I broke up with a girl in the 90s over Jeff Gordon, and she was big at wait, hold on. Let's see. I broke up with a girl in the 90s over Jeff Gordon, and she was a big at, well, let's keep it PG. So there we go. There's somebody that broke up over Jeff Gordon in the 90s.
Over Jeff Gordon, the American race car driver?
Race car driver?
Yeah, NASCAR driver.
My parents got into fights over Jeff Gordon. Like, my dad was a big Dale Earnhardt fan, and my mom was Jeff Gordon, and my dad hated Jeff Gordon. So anytime Jeff Gordon won, my mom was like all excited and trying to rub his nose in it. They didn't speak to each other the rest of the evening.
Oh God. It's fucking NASCAR. It's fucking NASCAR.
I mean, people fight about sports all the time. I can believe
That's
that.
True, one. But it's turning left for like 3 hours.
Yeah, but there's a different level of intensity that comes with sports fans that doesn't come with comic book fans. Like there 100%. Are, believe me. I'm one of the more intense comic book fans, but there's nothing compared to that shit. Like go to a sport, kendo. Compare a comic book nerd, the most extreme one, to a football hooligan. Who's gonna win? Probably the hooligan. So I get it. I get it over sports, but not geekdom. Josh Leake says, this Masters of the Universe will just have the skin of Masters of the Universe. However, it will not have its soul. It's just another husk of the dragon's teeth of agenda slowly dying.
I mean, we keep saying the agenda is slowly dying, but it seems to be coming back more and more, and with more and more entertainment all the fucking time. So I would love to be like, oh, quit giving it money and they'll get the message, but apparently they're fucking not, and they just keep making this bullshit. So
Cash Kester says, to be fair, he did a great job portraying himself in Reboot as a pompous, arrogant a-hole. Party boob! Now he, meaning Kevin Smith, pronouns pal, did do a good job with Jay and Silent Bob's Reboot and playing himself. I mean, hey, it's kind of hard to play yourself wrong. Ralph Mack says, Cameron Pasha of Midnight's Edge says, Cena's against screwed up as Hollywood starting to veer away from pleasing China now. Hollywood sees him as a joke. Oh, well, I have always seen John Cena as a joke. Part of me wants to have a little simpy, but I'm all out of simpy for John Cena because I want to be like, yeah, you said something stupid. Hopefully you could get a chance to, build a career and say more stupid things. But wouldn't it be weird if John Cena was the only dude who canceled himself by trying to do what he thought was the right thing corporately?
Yeah, it would. It'd be funny as hell. But he wouldn't be the first person, he wouldn't be the first dude to do that. But yeah, I mean, I've never been a fan of John Cena. I mean, he's done a couple of funny movies here and there. There was that Fireman movie he did for Nickelodeon that was pretty good. There's a couple other comedies he's done that are pretty good as well, but nothing groundbreaking, nothing that's been something that I have to go see that I thought was awesome or good enough to buy on Blu-ray or whatever. So for me to forget him and just Not having any more simpy form is easy.
Jiggynomic says, sleep on green and getting too old for this podcast.
You're not wrong.
It's true.
Am I
Motorlicious
better
says,
now? Am I back? Am I better? Am I beep booping?
You're
I
better.
hear you, buddy.
Okay, I reset my connection.
You sound
Motorlicious
glorious.
says, watch Space Jam season by Meat Canyon on YouTube. Well, I will take a picture of your recommendation. I'll check it out.
Meat cannon. Oof, I don't like
Meat
the sound
Canyon.
of that.
Yeah. Ralph Max says, as critical Jim Cornette is on as critical as Jim Cornette is on AEW, he's right.
Yes, he is definitely right. Because his hatred for AEW stems from the same reason my hatred for AEW. We finally got a promotion that came along, a national wrestling promotion that had promise that could push the WWE to give us another option to watch wrestling. And they came in with all these promises about, we're going to do things right. It's going to be sports based. It's going to be like it was when you remember how great it used to be. And then they went for the comedy, the ha-ha, the silly shit, all the goofy stuff, the high-speed matches with all the super kicks and all the dumb stuff. And it was just like, yep, never mind. They lied to us. They lied too much. What can you do about it?
I told you she would never consciously betray the rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
TLJ Screwjob says, remember the Roll Tide WCBS tournament where each of you had one of the Golden Girls? Is that a Patreon thing or something?
What?
I remember our list of women for Roll Tide, but I don't recall a single Golden Girl.
That
I
was
think
never
we just randomly referred to women as Roll Tide. And I think we thought, were we going to do like the most Roll Tide women competition, like a bracket challenge or something?
Yeah, we were. And then it just kind of faded. So,
yeah, we never got to make it. Oh, wow.
No.
Yeah.
So, guys, it looks like we have reached the end of our episode. Episode 275, folks, was a big success. Is there anything, Nick, that you would like to say before we go?
No.
All right. Kendo.
Nick Gage on last night. He's going to fight Jericho next week. And Jericho's brought back his painkiller gimmick to deal with Nick Gage. And for anybody that doesn't know who Nick Gage is, he is one of those extreme hardcore outlaw wrestling guys that beats people over the head with fluorescent tubes and tries to cut people's heads with pizza cutters. And he's the one that almost killed David Arquette. I wish they would just have him wrestle Marco Stunt.
Oh, God.
Put him out of our misery.
So, Nick, I assume you don't have anything you'd like to add?
That is correct, Jeff.
Hello, folks in the chat. Do you have anything else you'd like to add? And while we wait, Dion, do you have anything you'd like to add? I guess not.
He's out of Simpy.
Yeah. He's out of something.
Hey, Kendo. I'm going to press a button and see if it wakes him up. What's the number we should press?
Whatever the one the horses are. Is it not?
Didn't work.
No, he's still asleep.
Let's try this one again.
If it would have worked and he wakes up, he's like, oh, hey, we're still going. Immediately goes straight to Horse Girl.
Deal. All right, so it sounds like, hey, Turbo Dunk's here. What's up? It seems like Dion has died on air. So, folks, we're gonna get out of here. Dion, I hope you have as good a night rest as Space Jam 2 was a film.
Oh, that movie was bad.
Yeah, it was shit, pure shit. Kevin's mom. So, folks, from all of us here on the channel, thank you for watching. I have a video out today. It was about a massive Marvel troll who tricked a big website, and they look like dicks. So make sure you guys check that out. It's a lot of fun. I have a toy video. Yes, a toy video is coming back Saturday, and I have a lot of goodies in the hopper, so be prepared for that. So I'm going to head out and make some bad decisions. So, folks, from all of us here on the channel, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other. And what was that, Kendo?
.com/.org.
Yes.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?